Hey guys, welcome to Tokyo, Japan. I'm live with Lizvet. This has been a long time coming. Say hi to everybody.
Hi. Hey.
We
Hi.
we have a bunch of
Liz.
topics to talk about. That is Liz to my left. Um, how about we give them like a slow start, just to wait for everybody to pour in, and then we'll talk about the topic you said.
Okay.
So
We can
what
talk
we
about
could,
anything. Ask me anything.
yeah. So we can start off with the questions we got. So one question that I got from someone was, "Do you think that the CIA is now showing us UFOs to distract us?" What do you think? I don't think it's a distraction.
Um, I thought it was fake when they told us about it, and I don't think anybody cares as much as they should be caring. So I
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's a distraction because nobody's paying attention to it as people were paying more attention to it when it wasn't out there. I feel like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now that it's out there, people don't even care what they got to say. So I don't wouldn't consider it a distraction. More so
You
like there's a I don't know.
you know what that
Yeah, I
is?
wouldn't say it's a distraction,
You know what that is?
but
That's mind syndrome. Do you see what happened to artists when they're like, like let's perfect example, Flatbush Zombies. Flatbush Zombies were like, if you knew about them, you were cool because they weren't like, popular. And then once they got popular, it's like, I was in a Flatbush. I was listening to Flatbush way before all you niggas. It's the same thing with the UFO thing. Now that the government's like, hey, yeah, we have footage of UFOs, people are like, I don't want to talk about that shit.
I mean, but because it was people already knew about it. They
Yeah,
just like I don't know. I guess they were waiting for the CIA or whatever the government to confirm it. But it's like
yeah.
we already knew. You don't really have to like tell us like, oh wow, you're hiding this from us. It's like we already knew, type shit.
Does it scare
So
you though that a government agency is now admitting that UFOs are real? Like if they're ready now to say, "Hey, UFOs are out there." Does it scare you that they're just preparing us for something even bigger?
I don't know if I would say if that I'm scared, but it's definitely like, oh shit, what's about to happen? What's next? Like, dang, what's next? What you know what I'm saying? And we're only what like 4 months in, so.
Yeah.
But didn't they say tell us last year, or was it the beginning of this year?
The beginning of this year they showed footage. They
Oh,
said that
okay.
the Air Force was out there and something flew over their thing and then went to the left and then just got out, like disappeared. And they're like, you can hear the guy over there thing. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "There's something cylindrical to the left," and then it just disappears. I don't know. I'm for aliens and shit. Like I don't believe in death, which is another whole
What do you
like
mean you
deep.
don't believe in death?
I don't believe in death. I don't think death is real. I think death is an illusion. I think your soul leaves your body and then you hit the next level. I don't believe that you ever end because energy.
So you believe in like life after death?
I
Like
think
after you die?
I don't think there's death. I don't like there. All right, so there's just too much knowledge that certain people have without studying for me to believe in death. There's certain people I've met in my life that know things about me I haven't even told them without me telling them, and that just makes me connect the dots of, oh, a past life I must have knew this person, and our connection was so strong that in the next life or life they still kind of knew. Like I remember I had a dream about a past life as a pharaoh, but it was so fucking vivid. And one of the people in my court, back then they called it the court, that I trusted, he was like the wise man of the court, looked exactly like Franklin, like to the T. And some people like, well, maybe you just had an imaginative dream and in
Yeah.
that dream Franklin was there, but I don't see it that way. I feel a spiritual connection in some dreams, and in some dreams I'm like, oh, this is just all made up bullshit, you know.
No, yeah, I definitely think like so I was actually having this conversation with my friend the other day where we're talking about like, oh, you scared to die, or like, oh, I'm scared to die, or whatever. I'm like, no, like, I'm not scared to die because same thing. It's not that I don't believe in death, but it's more
Yeah,
like I do believe in like that when we die, we don't really die. Like
yeah,
because what we're energy, right? We're like made up of energy or whatever. Energy lives on forever. I feel
yeah.
like energy goes on forever. So after we die, I don't know if I believe in like reincarnation. I don't know about all that. That'd be cool. I'd love to be reincarnated. That's so cool. But not into like a rat or something.
You ever
Not
hear about the
like
kid that once he learned how to talk, he took his parents to a part of the town where he kept saying he had been murdered, and they found these bones of a dead body, and the stab wound on the skeleton was the same scar he had on his forehead.
No, I didn't hear about that.
And it was as
But I,
soon as the kid learned how to speak.
no, haven't heard about that. But I have heard of like kids, like people will be like, look at my kid, he's saying some crazy shit. Like he'll be like, mom, like they'll say some crazy like, oh, I used to live here. I was a king. I was a king living in a castle. Like kids will say shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from?
I feel
You
like
know?
kids are tapped in more to the source of
Oh, definitely. They're definitely.
purity and
That's why.
stuff.
Oh, for sure. Because they're not clogged up with all the messiness that's going around. They're like
Yeah.
so in tune with themselves. So they're just like, yeah, they're so in tune. They're more in tune, I feel like, for sure. And they get messed up as they get older.
Hold on,
So,
let me live right now. Just reminding people that I'm live right now. Okay. But yeah, I feel like that's why the more you get older, they try to kill off your innocence because they know the more pure you are at heart, the more you connected you are to
you're
like the
powerful. You're more powerful. You're more,
yeah, because
yeah.
you're not scared of all that other stuff. Like if you tell a kid about like, oh, Trump said this or like Biden said this or whatever, they're not gonna give a fuck. They don't know what you're talking about, so they don't have fear in their heart.
I
They're
love
like,
that.
yeah, they're like, who's that? Is that an old man? It's like, yeah, it's an old man. It's like, can I play with my toys? Yeah, then I don't care. Which
Yeah.
is like they kill that as you get older because the more fear that you put into people, it's like, oh, well, maybe like what he said, like maybe that does matter. Like maybe I shouldn't share this opinion because maybe these people think this of me. By the time you're 50, you're in an unopinionated, unmotivated, uncharismatic, like shell of a human being, and it's easy to control you. It's like I have to go to work no 9 to 5. And, I'll just do this until I die, and I'm satisfied with it. Isn't it fucking crazy that we let people? Carlos says that you look like Carol G, and he's got heart eye emojis. Thank you for being here, Carlos. Oh, that's a
Thanks,
big
Carlos. Easy?
compliment, huh?
Easy?
No, no, no,
Carlos?
no. Carlos Martinez. He was on the football
Thank
team.
you.
Um, damn, I lost my train of thought.
You said, isn't it crazy?
Oh, isn't it crazy that we're born and then we immediately render our freedom to old people that sit in a building all day?
You like what you said? Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy. It's crazy now that people are now starting to realize that, and nobody wants to fucking work. Nobody wants to, like
Nope.
everybody. Nobody wants to work. That's what I'm saying. Like people are like, I guess people are realizing shit now, realizing their own power, especially with like social media, because you can literally promote your business, do anything, like become something, promoting yourself with this shit, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to work anymore.
No.
That's why they're raising like the wage up, like McDonald's. I've heard about like McDonald's shit, fucking like fast food
Chick-fil-A.
places. Yeah, nobody
Chick-fil-A
wants
out
to
here is
work
paying
anymore.
motherfuckers 18 an hour to take orders in the drive-thru. I was like, what?
You
18?
saw there was this video where somebody from Chick-fil-A, I guess they were working through the drive-thru, but they were at the beach. They were like with their computer taking an order
That's
at the beach.
crazy.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants to work anymore because they're realizing, holy shit, like
It's a
I got one
scam.
life. I got one life. Yeah, and people are like really don't want to work anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't. Bro, people hate when I say I don't want to work. They're like, that's lazy. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
but I
but
do have something to say about that though because I'm sorry, were you done? I don't know.
well,
But like,
I was gonna say like, okay, like, and they're like, but aren't you scared of being lazy? I'm like, well, I'm lazy in the corporate world, but what I do on my spare time, I'm not lazy. I spend 12 hours on Photoshop every day. I stream 5 to 6 hours a day. I make my own fucking merch. Like, I'm not lazy. I'm just
so yeah,
lazy in
don't
your
knock somebody's hustle off. Exactly. That's not one
exactly.
thing. Don't knock somebody's hustle off just because they're not doing what they're doing. So like that, yeah. So I feel like people. So I like I kind of agree. Like so I feel like people nowadays. So all over TikTok, people are just quitting their jobs and they're just like, I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck I want. But I do feel like there comes a sense of like discipline almost when you do have a job because it's like you got to start somewhere to get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? So like I have friends that like want to make it in music, but that's all they do. Like they don't have anything to like back that up. So sometimes like, hey, like you kind of not you never need a plan B, but more so like you need to make money. You need more than one source of income. You know what I mean? Like you need to start off somewhere because everybody wants to do music.
You can't
So you
have
got to
the
be prepared.
blueprint without the paper.
Exactly. So
Like, where, like, you can have the idea, but if you don't have the blueprint, no one sees where you're going with it. It's like you're like, hey, I want you to build this house. Like, where's the blueprint? I don't have one. It's like
Yeah.
having the foundation of your dream. It's like, hey, I want studio time. All right, that's $100. That's cheap. I don't have 100. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't work with you. What happens? They go and work with someone whose audio quality is terrible. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care who I'm going to offend saying this. 95% of you are releasing music with the worst fucking sound quality. And they say, get it how you live. Get a fucking job and pay the engineer who you're being cheap towards and let him mix and master your music so it sounds good when I press play on fucking Apple Music, bro. Your shit should not sound like a 2006 MySpace video.
My whole thing is like people nowadays are taking like the whole manifesting and are running with it. They think they just have to say it out loud, dream about it without putting in work. I'm like, you have to put in work. You can't just say this shit out loud and write it down and manifest it. Like you have to put in work with manifestation. Like you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this every day till it happens. It's like, no, you gotta put in some real work behind this shit.
It's like the God got me mentality. Oh,
Mm.
God got me. It's like, okay, let's speak for the people who believe in, Jesus. They go, God got me, and I'm like, all right, so God sent you that dude that DM'd you that said to like come through and you didn't go to. That was God. Like that girl that said like she'll do a photo shoot, but if you do it for free, but she's got 50,000 followers, but you won't do it for free because you're too good for her. That was God.
Yeah.
So when people say God got me, they think God literally is gonna be like,
Do
all
the
right,
work.
7 billion people on Earth. Let me focus on making you successful without you putting in any work.
Yeah.
No, bro, that's not how it works. Read the
Yeah.
fucking Bible. God says you put in 50%, I'll put in 50%.
Yeah, it's like you can pray all you want, but if you don't have actual faith and you don't believe in it, it's not gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could pray every single day, but if I don't have actual faith and I don't believe, like you gotta have some kind of faith, some kind of like prayer that, you gotta do some other work too. You gotta have some
Yeah.
kind of faith, some kind of like belief. You can't just be like, oh, it's just gonna happen for me. You know what I mean?
And you
Because
got
I
to
used to
put
be that way.
action
I
into
thought
it.
the world revolved around me for a second.
Yeah,
I was
me
like, nope.
too. You take
I was like, nah,
fucking
girl.
you take acid at fucking what 18, 17, and then you don't do anything else to feed what the LSD has told you. You think the world revolves around you all of a sudden. I am the universe. I am centered in it. Everything will happen as it's meant to be. No, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
to make a
problem.
cake, you need all the ingredients. It's not just one thing.
And that's the problem. I feel like the whole spirituality psychedelic shit, it's like so common now that I feel
Yeah,
like it's like watered down. Like people
extremely.
misunderstood like the actual message, that it's like almost kind of cool now to just, what I'm trying to
No,
say.
I know what you mean. It's a trend.
Yeah, almost. Almost like a trend, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, they think it's like all glitter, like bubbles and unicorns and rainbows, and it's like, no, this shit kind of hurt. You
You
gotta go
have to
through
go
shit.
through hell for that transformation process, and they don't like that part. I'm like, you got to go through fucking hell to get to the better part of you. Like, I'll just skip that part and manifest the better things in life. I'm like, that's not how it works, bro. Like, you have to go through the worst parts of it. That's why I was talking to a friend that was telling me the same thing, that he was getting frustrated because he has close friends that are doing the same shit 10 years in a row. And they keep telling him, like, when it's like, yo, when are you going to do blah, blah? You say you want to do blah, blah. And then they're like, it's going to come, bro. You're going to see, like, this shit is meant for me. No, nobody owes you shit in life. The universe doesn't owe you shit. The universe will manifest blessings in your life once you start to put the work in. It's like a puzzle. You're a piece, the universe is a piece. Once you put down enough pieces, you'll connect. But if you're at fucking square one and the universe is over here trying to connect with you, you got the other pieces, bro. If y'all don't connect, it's not gonna happen. But people don't see it that way. They think like the world owes them everything, and that's why people's got some nasty attitude these days of like, fuck you, I don't need to respect you, you're worth nothing. I feel like these days people are so much worse with like their morals. And I know I'm not talking about conservative morals. I just mean morals of respecting, just respect. Motherfuckers don't respect. Oh, sorry, I thought my mom was calling me. Motherfuckers don't that's very important. Motherfuckers do not like respect each other, and there's no love. Like, I don't know. It's just it's
Nobody, you
frustrating.
know what it is? No one cares to be respected anymore. No
Nope.
one cares about respect anymore. It's all about the money. I don't care how I'm gonna get the
I
money. I don't
totally
care how
just
I'm
did
gonna
that.
get there. Nobody cares about respect anymore. Nobody cares
Mm-mm.
about loyalty. Like nobody, especially respect. Like especially with like women nowadays, they don't care about respect. They just want to get to the money, get to where they want to get to plan C, whatever, get to their destination, whatever way or whatever. But I'm like, you have to understand that you can get to where you want to be, but you will have no respect. And
Yep.
like to me, respect is like a big thing. Like I'd rather be broke and be respected than fucking have all the money in the world and no one's gonna fucking respect me. You know what I mean? So it's like
But
respect is a big thing and nobody
at
cares about that.
at the same time, even if you do the things that you feel you deserve respect for, some people still may not respect you regardless. Like I was telling you before we went live, I look up facts, and you can ask my girl. I
Yeah,
spend
yeah, yeah.
weeks looking into something, and then when I speak about it, people think I speak about it off the top of my head, like this nigga sounds crazy. No, like I've done weeks of research, and I talk about it, and they're like, "This nigga's crazy. You don't know what he's talking about." And then they repeat what they see on social media, like, "Oh, you're a
Yeah.
tinfoil wearing conspiracy theorist," and I'm like, "Why do
Yeah,
I
no.
bother?"
No, see that's why I don't want to talk about shit that I don't know anything about because it's like you're that way it's like what you think is like almost invalid because like where the fuck are you getting your facts from, you know? So it's like yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. I've always done my if I post about anything, you best believe that I'm reading like I'm researching before I post type shit. I'm not about to just spread more unnecessary shit
Yeah.
because
Do
that
you
happens a lot.
Do you ever find yourself wanting to post something that you do know about and when you just don't do it out of the fear of like repercussion, like out of fear of what people may think of you?
Dude, all the time. That's why I post and delete all the time. I don't know if like anybody has caught that, but Liz is always posting. I'll leave it up for like an
I was
hour
about
and
to
like
roast you
less.
about that, bro. I
Oh.
was about to roast you because I saw um I saw the you put up the nice booty joint, you know, where the room is red or whatever. I was like, oh, this shit is fire, and I liked it. And I'm like, my like don't matter. This shit gonna be gone by tomorrow. It was gone, bruh. I got on Instagram the next day and it was gone. Why do you do that? This
Cause
should be fire too.
you know what it is? You know
My
what?
girl literally saw the picture. She was like, damn, her ass looks nice. And I was like, yeah, she got a fat ass. And I was like, don't matter though. And she was like, why? I was like, it's gonna be gone tomorrow. She's like, what you mean? I was like, she deletes everything that be fire on her
You
Instagram. I
know
don't
what
know
it
why.
is, dude? You know
What
what it
is it?
is? Okay, so like there'll be like 10 people that think it's cute. It takes one person to say something to me for me to get that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, I gotta not care what people think because it'll take one person to say something for me to start rethinking everything that I post. I'm like, yo,
Wait,
it's
who
one
said something
person.
negative about that post?
No, nobody, but
So then why'd you
oh,
take it
somebody did
down?
say something, but I don't think they meant it like that. They were just like, that's your favorite pose. I didn't say nothing. I didn't I
Bruh,
didn't really
fuck that
that's my
person.
friend. That's my friend, so I didn't like really care. But
Fuck your friend, bruh.
I'm talking about like other posts that I do. Like I'll post and delete just because like people will just say something that I'm just like, bro, like I don't want to explain myself. I don't even feel like saying anything. Let me just take it down. So sometimes I don't know, but like I said, I'm working on
All right,
it.
let
But
me explain it to you from the outside looking in. From the outside looking in, when you do that, it makes me think that you are extremely insecure and that you care way too much about other people's opinions and that you're extremely indecisive and that I can't work with you because it'll only take another person on the outside telling you, hey, don't work with him. And then you'd be like, oh, I can't work with you because someone.
I am indecisive. I'll give you that. Like I'm hella indecisive. Like I was like gonna chicken out today because I'm like, no, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. But then I'm like, I'll do that a lot. Like I'll be like, yeah, I'll do a music video. I'll do a shoot. And then like the day of, I'll be like, nah, I can't. I won't. Just because I'm like so. I guess it comes with insecurity. Like I'm not. You know what I mean? I guess me being indecisive comes with being insecure, or not confident enough. You know.
That's crazy. Like,
That's where I think it.
how does it feel as a woman to know how pretty people think you are to be insecure and then other women look at you and they're like, how the fuck are you insecure? I'm insecure, I'm ugly, or whatever they say about
I mean,
them.
we live with ourselves and we know how we are, and we want to perfect ourselves every day. We're working towards to being better people. So people only see like the outside, like what's really going on, and I'm just like, dang, like I'm better than that. Like in my head, I'm like, if you think I'm already cute, like wait, like in my head, I'm like, wait, like that's not even like the final product. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, wait, hold on. So
Flex.
yeah, I mean, But that's why I think like being indecisive, being like having anxiety or whatever, that comes from a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly starting to be more confident in with like who I am, not so much with how I look, but more so with who I am. Like it doesn't matter what I'm wearing or what I'm doing. Like I'm confident with who I am and what I got going on in here.
Yeah.
That I think I'm gonna be okay in life, you know.
And
So
what steps are you taking to work on your mental? What are you
um
what are you doing different now that you weren't doing 2 years ago?
I'm like not overthinking as much. Like if I'm gonna go into like if I'm gonna go to like a party or go to someone's like house or just go do something, like I get really nervous. I'm literally telling myself like, girl, it is you are who you are. Like people are gonna take it or not. If they don't, like it is what it is. You know, I'm slowly like training my mind almost to be like you're good enough. Like you know, just be yourself. And if it's not what it is, and some God's looking out, somebody's looking out. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm coming more like I said, I'm becoming more confident. Like I don't have as much anxiety as I used to. I feel like
Sorry. You ever choke on your spit?
all the time.
That was
Grandma.
embarrassing. Um, so what this ties into what I was one of the main questions I want to ask is like the effect that the COVID lockdown had on people's mental health. I didn't know how bad people were mentally until the lockdown happened and no one was allowed to go party or drink or
I was
whatever.
chilling so hard. It did not affect me, but I actually asked my friend the other day, and like people became like super depressed, and I think like a lot of people are gonna like seeking therapy now. But a lot of people also found hobbies. They got so bored with
Hi,
themselves.
chat.
They got so bored with themselves that like they started finding hobbies, and now they're like people are starting their own business now. You know, so there's good things that came out of it, but a lot of people became so depressed. A lot of people became jobless. A lot of people like so I feel like it hit people differently, but for me personally, my life is still the same before and after COVID. Like it hasn't affected me in any kind of way. But I've heard isn't there COVID babies, people pregnant, like people was not
Yeah.
that depressed.
Yeah.
People was getting busy.
Well, I saw a lot of people that like
Everybody pregnant.
well, not just that, but I saw a lot of people where the image on social media was, I'm always going out and I'm always like the life of the party and da da da. But then when COVID happened, they like melted. They were just like, oh,
No.
I don't want to get up today. Which is, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying what a lockdown did to people. Some people became drug addicted. I know people very close to me that became drug addicted, and it's because they couldn't handle not being around people. Did you ever notice how many people during lockdown could not stay away from people?
Yeah, I did see a lot of like things online where people were just like, I have to go outside, I have to party, I have to go out and get, I have to go do this. And I'm like, dang, like clearly you haven't hung out with yourself for a couple weeks.
Yes,
Like you need to get to know yourself. Like
yes,
this is not okay. That goes back to what you were asking me earlier. Like, I need like that question when you were just like about somebody being depending on somebody else's happiness to get invited or some shit like that, or like
yeah.
it goes back to that. Like, some people just need to hang out and like chill by themselves.
A lot of people aren't comfortable being alone, and I
And they
had
get bored. I'm like, how do you get bored? Like, there's so much to do. Like, there's
masturbate.
no way. Too much masturbating is not good.
Yeah,
It's not too much of anything is not good. You gotta balance that shit out.
yeah. Um, I just told on myself. Um,
You masturbate all the time.
yeah, I have a
Did you
problem.
masturbate today?
Yeah, like
Already?
yeah,
I guess.
I masturbate at least 5 times a day.
Really?
Is five a
I,
lot?
I don't want to masturbate anymore. I masturbated last night, but I can't anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I don't
Switch
feel
your
I don't after
category.
I'm done, dude, I'm like, really, Liz? Really?
See, you know how I know I have a problem? Because I'm past
Because of
that
what you
part.
watch. Huh?
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 Wait, what'd you say?
Because of what you watch?
No, I'm past the part of being disgusted with myself after. Now I enjoy it after.
Nah,
Now I'm
see,
like,
I get
oh
it.
yeah, that shit felt good. What was I watching? I'm gonna save this, and I
I
bookmarked the
actually,
video.
no, I have a friend who actually masturbates too much that like when they like have sex with a female, they take forever to come. They're just like, I think
I've had that
so
problem
like
before.
see, no, I don't want to masturbate. I was telling my friend the other day that I want to stop watching porn only because when I have had sex or whatever, I can't concentrate. I be thinking about like whatever the fuck. I'm not even thinking about the guy. I'm thinking about like tits or some shit. I don't fucking know. Something that's. I'm like, yeah, I gotta stop watching porn because it's like ruining my
I'm
sex
so
life.
happy how honest you're being about it, because that's literally me. Like I remember a couple weeks ago I was having sex, and like in the middle of sex I started thinking about like the specific porn star and the scene, and I'm having sex with my girl, but
Yeah,
I'm not there. Like my mind's thinking about like, damn, that scene was so hot. Like I wish
yeah.
I could like do that with
And
that
that's why I
person.
don't. And that's why I'm like, dang, like, and I don't even. That's what I'm saying. I don't even watch porn like that. Like, I don't do it like that. And I do it as much as I do, and I still feel this way. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I need to not do this anymore. You know,
How deep in the categories have you gotten?
like, what page number do I get to, or like, what are you asking?
No category. Like
Um,
how nasty have you gotten?
I don't know, man. I
I'm
mean, I think I like it. It's pretty deep, but not like too deep. I think it's normal.
what is it?
I can't tell you.
Yes, you can.
um, I can't. I can't tell you.
Look, I'll show you the tabs because I can't show like the content.
You got tabs open for later?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It not for later, just
Oh,
for the
you can see
future.
it.
And I'm like, you know what? That one video with like the mom and the son and like the dad was about to get home, so they had really hardcore quick sex in the garage, and they finished just as he pulled up. That was hot. Let me watch that. And that'll be like 3 weeks from now. And it's like I have bad memory with everything else, but I'll remember that, which is how I
Yeah.
know I have a problem. But
Yeah,
like
no, sometimes I'll
I'm
watch a
gonna do it
video and
quick because like you can't put certain things on Twitch, but
is that your private Safari?
yeah.
Okay. So nothing gets saved to the history.
Well, I don't care if my girl sees or anything. I just why did I? Oh, I started on private before my relationship,
Oh, okay.
so that shows
I
you
mean,
how
nobody.
long.
I'm hoping everybody's watching this shit on private Safari.
Yeah,
That shit
I
actually gives you like your phone gets fucked up. You know that, right? Watching porn on
yeah,
your
because
phone
of
gets
all the
fucked up.
cookies and shit.
Yeah.
It saves the cookies to your
Yeah.
data and all that shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
True life.
But
I'm
yeah,
addicted
I
to
don't watch
porn.
porn anymore,
I'm addicted
man.
to sex. I like my girl asked
I
me
know
the other
people
day,
addicted to sex.
huh?
I said, yeah, there's a lot of people addicted to sex, I think.
I'm addicted to sex 100%. I don't have a problem admitting it. Like my girl asked me the other day, like, why do you like giving head so much? And I'm like, are you complaining? She's like, no, not at all. But you seem like if I woke you up at 2 in the morning and told you to give me head, you do. I'm like, I would. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. There's very few things in life that I can enjoy that I have
Yeah,
left.
okay, never mind. You're back. You're back. You're back.
What happened?
Yeah. Oh no, you froze up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You're
There's
back now. You're back.
there's very few things in life that I can still enjoy outside of my past extracurricular activities. Like I'm not a drug addict anymore. And back then, that's what I did the most. It wasn't. I didn't even care about sex back then. I cared about when was the next time I was getting high, whether it be cocaine or Molly
Yeah.
or whatever pills, whatever the fuck I was.
I mean,
But
I mean, I feel like it's all about balance, and just like you
yeah,
said,
100%.
I mean, I think too much of anything can't be too good. Like being an addict of something can't be good. You know
No,
what
it's
I mean?
not. I'm not.
So
I'm not even saying
people go
like
to therapy for loving sex.
yeah, 100%. And I know it's a problem. There's no reason why I should be masturbating 5 times, 4 or 5. Like sometimes I'll masturbate. Like let's
Dude,
say,
I would be at work.
uh-huh. We're just about to get freaky.
I would be at work and I would like leave on my lunch break and just go to my car and like do the thing or like go to the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom. That's when I was like, okay, like, but then I would also like smoke before work. And like, I think that would have a huge part of it too, like smoking weed. And
How's your
that's,
metabolism?
I knew like in my head, huh?
How good is your metabolism? Like, do you
It's
process
slowed down
foods?
a lot now.
Oh, but in the past, was it like,
It's slowed down. Uh, I guess, yeah. Back then, yeah, I used to like I had a fast metabolism, I would poop a lot, I guess. But
Yeah.
now it's like normal. It's
So
I'm a
then the
person.
weed would make you
I'll just
instantly
poop in like the
horny.
morning. It would?
Yeah. If you have a fast
Are you saying?
metabolism and
Oh,
you smoke a
when I'm
lot,
like, yeah, when I'm coming down from it, like my first thing was like, oh, go beat your meat or something. Like, go do something.
meat.
And that's
Is
what
it?
I would do.
Did you say beat your meat? Is
And
there
that's when I
something we
was
need
just
to
like,
know about?
okay, no. Isn't that what you say? Yeah,
Niggas
isn't that
say
what
beat
everybody
your
says?
meat.
Flick the bean.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Flick the bean. But that's when I was just like, yeah, I need to stop watching. Like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just didn't feel good. I don't feel good afterwards. And that's when I was just like, maybe I just shouldn't do this anymore. And I tried masturbating off just top of my head, just with thoughts. Dude, I didn't
Imagination.
have an experience that good yet. Yeah, I haven't had an experience where I'm just like, let me use my imagination. You know what I mean? So it's
I
just
have.
like, come
Imagination
on.
masturbate. Imagination. Wow, we're giving it a word. Imagination masturbation is like a whole nother league if you get the right memory at the right time.
Have you ever masturbated? So one time, have you ever masturbated to like a good? I don't know. I was off LSD. I was in my room, and the song came on, dude. I was masturbating to a song. That's how good it was.
I have not, only
It was pretty
because
good.
I've never taken a
No, to
normal.
music, dude. The music was so orgasmic. Like it was literally, it was a Jimi Hendrix song.
Well, I've
If
come
anybody wants to know.
during sex while I was on LSD, if that counts.
You said
It
what?
it doesn't matter. I've come while on LSD, if that counts. But
You've
I
had sex off LSD?
yeah, it was weird as hello.
It's great.
It
Is
was
that Carl?
weird, huh? She says hi.
Oh no, I was saying.
Um, yeah, actually, I didn't. I've never masturbated. Try red or pink.
Oh, she's so
That's
cute.
fine. Oh yeah, yeah,
Ooh, that one.
yeah, that one. Um, I've had sex.
It
It
makes
was
your
weird.
it
It
makes your hair look it makes your hair look fluorescent. It
does it.
glows. Oh,
Should I keep
yeah.
this on
You
or
can turn it
off?
off. I think it's off, off, off.
Okay. I had a feeling it was a little distracting. Like I had sex while on LSD, but it was weird. Like, cause it wasn't planned and it wasn't with someone I was close with, and but the orgasm felt amazing, but it was still very weird. Like, have you ever tried to have sex on LSD?
I had I have, yeah.
Were you peaking? I was fucking tripping balls.
I was taking that shit. Usually I can't cuz I can't, but that day I was taking that shit. It was great. It was his first time doing LSD. It was his
Yeah,
first time doing LSD. I've done it plenty of times and we ended up fucking somehow. And that shit was bomb. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was really good.
yeah. I've only done it one time.
Wasn't weird, but I definitely want to do it again.
I've done it on shrooms.
I haven't had shroom sex.
It's
I
weird.
don't think. Oh, I've had head off shrooms.
I
That day, I realized I was a goddess, bro. I was having sex, and I felt like honey was coming. I felt like something. I don't know what was dripping out of me, but that shit, I was just like, whoa.
It was
I
life.
just I was just the happiest girl ever. It was amazing. I ended up crying. It was so embarrassing. That's how good it felt. He was giving me head and it just felt so good. I was so happy that I started crying. And he stops and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm just really happy right now." That's how good it felt. And like
Yes,
I
it's
couldn't
so
get back
good.
into it. He's just like, "Bro, you're crying. I can't." I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. Let's stop." I was just crying because I was so happy. It was so good.
Peter said, "Had sex on shrooms. Shit was weird." Yeah, I
Is that
had
what they
sex on
asked?
shrooms. It was really fucking weird because it wasn't like, okay, I'm shrooming. It was at the part where you're like, the part where you start where you breathe, and you'll know what I'm talking about because you're a tripper. You're like breathing and just trying to fucking like handle
Uh-huh.
everything. It
Uh-huh.
was at that part of the trip. So this person just grabbed me, took my fucking pants off. Like shit happened so quick, and I'm like, yo, I'm not ready for this. And it might have been sexual assault. I mean, it just happened, but I
And
think
that
I
goes
just
to show, like, that just goes to show, like, the little things matter a lot when it comes to sex. Because you
yeah,
realize that shit when you're off that shit. Like, the little things matter so much. Like,
yeah.
it could turn me off, turn me on real quick. Like, it's the little things,
I
bro.
know a lot of women that are turned off to things that used to turn them on because of sexual assault. Like They're not
Yeah.
into aggressive sex anymore. They don't like their hair being pulled anymore. They don't like being like called names because it's not sexy anymore. It's degrading and like
Yeah.
yeah. So which also fucking sucks. That's something else that needs to be brought to light. How many fucking creepy niggas are out here giving
There's
Zans to
so
girls
many that
and
like,
hoping that
where do
they
you even get started type shit,
yeah
you know? So many creepy things that are
Zanning
just
girls out at parties and shit like that. All right, I'm gonna
very glad I'm
segue.
not.
Um, monogamy. What's your opinion on monogamy?
I don't like sharing. If you my man, you my motherfucking man. But no, I don't like sharing though. I don't. I used to date a guy and I used to bring up threesomes because I wanted to get with a girl. And I was just like, yeah, I'm so down. I'm so cool with threesomes. Let's do it. But then when I really think about it, I'm like, hold up. I don't think I'm cool with it. Like, I don't want him fucking another girl. And he shouldn't be me cool with fucking somebody else type shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. If I am cool with like, fuck, like you fucking somebody else or looking at somebody else, I don't love you type shit. If I love you, I don't think I would want for you to share that experience with someone else, whether there's feelings involved or not.
you think so?
But yeah, but I do believe that, like guys are more on that than females. Like females will fight for one, like they will fight each other for one guy. Guys will go to a basketball court and automatically become all friends. Girls will walk into a party and automatically start thinking somebody's a competition. Like women, we're whatever we do is always like for, I don't want to say for a man, but it's more so like, I think monogamy is more for like, I definitely think it's a thing, but I
You
feel
know
like
what? You know what line has always
men are
stuck in
more
my
not like
head
that.
when Kanye said "Love is cursed by monogamy." That
Mm.
line has always been in the back of my head my entire
I
life.
see what he's saying. Yeah,
Love,
yeah,
because you have
yeah,
to
yeah.
separate love from monogamy. If you separate them, it doesn't make sense. Love is cursed by monogamy. Like we have to go sign this
Yeah.
contract. You belong to me. All right. So, what advice would you give to a female, a woman? Sorry, apparently these days saying female is offensive. What would you say to a woman who you're in a relationship with and she has accepted that a threesome may happen in the future? Like, how do you get her to be completely honest if she really wants to do it or if she really doesn't want to do it? Coming from a woman, like I'd like to know your opinion. Like, how how do you get a woman to just be like, okay, yeah, I am down with this, or okay, no, I'm not down with this, instead of like doing it for you? Because I never want to be in a situation where, like, my girl, for example, does something for me, but then later down the road, it's a regret and it's something she throws in my face. Like, I never wanted to have a threesome and we did that shit and I did that because of you, but I can't see you the same way no more. Like, I never want to be in that space. So as a
Yeah.
woman, how are you just honest about it?
I mean, if you're, I feel like your man, if he knows you well enough, he should be able to really read the situation and be like, yeah, she's doing this for me or she's doing this for her. I feel like if your man really knows you, he should be able to tell the difference and be like, you know what, I know she's just doing this for me and later on that's gonna happen. She's gonna like regret it or whatever. Or
Yeah.
you either really come to the situation when you guys are about to do it, and I feel like
But yeah, you what were you saying?
mm, I just feel like reading the situation and feeling like the energy when that conversation or that topic comes up. I mean, some girls are really good liars, so they might not be cool with it. But I feel like during the situation, okay, so for example, I had a threesome before, okay, and it was with me. I wasn't in a relationship, but I was like, you should even okay. Let's just say during that situation, you should be able to feel the energy in the room, and you should, if it's not it, stop it right then and there. But even before it gets to the point where the three of you guys are together in a room, you should be able to like. I feel like you should be able to read the situation
Yeah.
and be like, okay, this ain't it. Like, because I've been in situations where I'm hanging out with people, and it was just like, what the fuck? We about to have like an orgy. I didn't sign up for this. I felt like, like the SpongeBob meme where I'm just like, whoa, like what's going on? Like, what the fuck? I was just like, I thought we were all going bowling. Why are we all here? Type shit. I got up and left, and they were just like, oh, we're sorry if we made you feel uncomfortable. I'm like, y'all should have read the situation before. Like, you know, like I felt like I was almost peer pressured into the situation. So it's
Yeah.
like you have to read the energy in the room to be like, all right, we're gonna go through with this or not. You know, you know when someone's down. You just
Yeah.
know.
Because
You should be able to tell.
I've been in that situation outside of a relationship, but I've never been in that situation inside of a relationship. So when or if that time comes, I guess, yeah, like you said, you just have to gauge the energy, because you know, like if you know someone, you'll know if they're down with something or not. But I have friends who tell me like my girl's not down with like giving head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how are you dating someone who's not willing?
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Hell yeah, bruh. I could not marry someone that's not willing to suck my dick.
Yeah, nah. I think
That's
oral sex is important.
super important. That's crazy. That's like not cooking.
So I was actually in my last relationship, I was with him for like 2, 3 years, and all we had was oral sex because he couldn't have sex with me because of anxiety. His anxiety was like really bad.
What?
Yeah,
That's
like it sucked. I cried. Like no, but I would I would try to our sex was like 2 minutes long, like a minute long. But like I like it wasn't, it was great, but like his anxiety was just like some people have really bad anxiety, like to the point where they're shaking and they can't concentrate. So all we had was oral sex. So even if oral sex is a thing, I feel like just sex in general, like just sex is really important in a relationship,
wait,
whether it's
was
oral
did he
or straight up sex.
did he turn out to be gay?
No, he's not gay.
Wait, so he could give you head and get
No,
head,
yeah,
but
all the time.
he couldn't fuck you.
We would, but it wouldn't like.
Bro, 2 minutes is not. I hope you're not count. I'm not counting 2 minutes.
I mean, it wasn't long. But after we would stop, we would try it again because he's just like sorry, and I'm just like
Damn,
it's
you
okay.
went through it. You went through
No,
it.
it was definitely and I know it was anxiety,
Yeah,
and
no, I'm not saying
that's
it's
why I
not.
did it, and I was okay with it because we had times where that shit would last, right? We had times where that was like it would last, and I'm like, okay, it's definitely a mental thing. I'm like, we can get through this.
Yeah,
We got this. And he was just like, no, I'm never gonna get better. I'm like, okay, like you know what? If you already have that mentality, you know you're not gonna get better.
that's so. That is so difficult to deal with someone that thinks that way. Like, oh, I'll never get better. Or I'll never not be depressed. Like,
Yeah,
I
and it's so sad because they were just so set on never getting better, always staying like that forever. And I'm like,
feel
dude,
like
I've
people get
seen you at your
comfortable
best.
with.
You got this.
Yeah, I feel like
So what?
people get comfortable with being pitied on and being treated like it's cool. I know you have anxiety. You don't have to come to this. Like, they're like, okay, if I do this for the rest of my life, I can fake on everybody, and I can like, I don't have to do shit I don't want to do.
That's
I
what I'm
know that
saying. Like,
sounds mean, but like
no, it is no.
I did it at one point. At one point, I used my excuse for anything. Like, why didn't you come to work today? I got an anxiety attack and I forgot to text you in the middle of it. Sorry that I didn't come to work today. And be like, okay,
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll be like, yeah, I'm trying to get back on my meds. Da, da, da. But it was bullshit. I just didn't want to go to work that day.
yeah, no. So like, yeah, my whole thing is like, I used to be like that. But like in their head, they really think it's a problem, and maybe it is. I don't know how bad it is, but like the only reason I feel the way I do is because I used to be there. I
Yeah,
used to have anxiety. I used to have depression. I used to have all this shit until I was like, yo, I'm tired of this shit.
yeah.
Like, I did like a whole, what is it, 360? I don't fucking know. I changed. I was like, no, I'm tired of this shit. I'm not gonna let my traumatic experiences or whatever the fuck I've been through determine how I'm gonna feel certain things or. So it's just like, yeah, a lot of people use the whole anxiety thing and the depression thing as like, I don't want to say it's an excuse,
A
but I don't want to say it's
crutch.
not. It's a crutch, yeah, and it's like, and they think it's never gonna get better, and they feel like they need medication. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't. You can get through this without this shit. Like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Type shit.
Victim mentality.
Yes, I cannot do that. I can
I
like
can't
nobody gives a
hang.
shit.
Nah, I
Like, and
can't
I
hang
feel
with
like
people.
and I feel like a bitch or an asshole because I'm just like, dude, get over it. In which I shouldn't be like that because some people heal differently.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, I'm telling you, in the real world, nobody gives a fuck because everybody's gone through something. Like nobody cares. Nobody's gonna kiss your ass, and nobody cares what you've gone through. Like everybody's gone through something.
Yeah.
So it's up to you how
Some
you
people
deal
haven't gone
with
through
it.
shit, which is crazy. I've met some people that I try to relate in traumatic experiences back when I was, going through traumatic experiences, and they're like, "No, I've never felt that." I'm like, "You've never felt anxiety?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "You've ever been depressed?" I'm like, "Not really." I'm like, "Have you ever been really sad?" They're like, I mean, when my dog died, but that's about it. And I'm like, oh, you haven't gone through shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
life's gonna hit you hard in your late 20s. I'm so glad I went through that shit part of my life earlier.
Yup.
Bro, there's 35-year-olds going through a fucking
Yeah.
depression for their first time. They're doing all types of shit. They got a family, but they're hitting on younger girls, and they're just doing all this crazy shit because their mind's all fucked up. I'm like, thank you, God, for letting me go through depression through the
and I
first, you
and
know.
I feel like that goes back to me not being scared of like death or something, because I'm just like, yo, I feel like I've reached that certain point in my mind that, or in my life, or in my mind, or especially definitely in my mind, I've reached that certain point where I kind of understand life now, or not. I don't know if I understand life. Nobody's ever gonna understand it, but I've gotten to that point where I'm just like content. I'm okay with whatever happens. So that's, I'm just like, some people haven't gone through shit or dealt with anything, or like their mind hasn't got, or I guess gotten there to the point where they're like, yeah, I'm just glad I've went through the bullshit now. I feel like from here on out, it's up to me what happens. Like
Yeah,
I'm more
you're in
aware of my
control of your
decisions.
future. Some
Yes,
things we
yes,
can't control.
exactly.
Peter says some people do need meds though. Yeah, I agree 100%. I know people who are 100% a more productive member of civilization when they're on their meds. But I think there
But
are
the
a lot of people that don't belong
but
on
but
meds.
but then you become dependent on it, and it's like you need it to function, and it's like,
Well,
wouldn't
the
you
thing
want to
is, some
know?
people are born like so. Like who I'm talking about is there are some people that are medically born chemically unbalanced permanently. Like their brain will never produce the right amount of dopamine and serotonin. Sorry, is it serotonin or dopamine? Serotonin, right? Serotonin.
Serotonin.
Their brain will
Dopamine.
never make a balanced amount of serotonin. So for the rest of their life, they will need to take Paxil or Prozac or whatever, and then it levels them out to normal people. It doesn't level them out to like up here. They just end up normal people because they don't have the normal people balance, so they're always here. I've met people like that where it's like no matter what's happening in life, they're here. They're not with the normal people. I think after that, the people that are normal and they're stuck on these meds, I'm like, have you tried anything outside of meds? Have you tried exercise? I'm not saying exercise will cure your depression, but I'm like, have you tried exercising, making connections with people, eating healthier, sleeping earlier? I don't know, maybe creating a connection with God or the universe, or have you tried meditating? Have you tried shrooms? No, 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 no. I'm like, okay, so if you haven't tried these things, don't believe that those meds are your last resort because look what I did. They had me on 7 different medications. One day I was so tired of feeling like a zombie because I didn't know what happiness felt like or sadness. I was a walking zombie. I flushed everything down the toilet. I hit up my boy and I was like, yo, I need 2/8 of shrooms, like right now. And he's like, you're on meds, Nick. And I'm like, just give it to me. So I took it.
Give me the stuff.
I, I sat on it for like 3 days. And on the third day, I took it. I had the most craziest experience. Like I had an argument with this dark version of myself that justified being depressed and having anxiety, and then it was like this 16-year-old version of me that was like, you used to love going out and making music and being social and making friends and letting your friends know that you love them. And the dark part of me, this all happened in the shower. The water was fucking purple. The dark part of me was like, yeah, but now you get to stay in, you don't owe anybody shit, you can be like as disgusting of a human being that you can be, and you're excused because you're depressed. And this went on for like 3 hours. And then, like, I'm not going to talk about the whole trip, but I remember when I woke up after the whole trip, I cried and I felt like this big weight came off my shoulders. And ever since that day, I've never felt what anxiety feels like anymore or depression.
That's good.
I'll have days where I feel sad. We all have those days, but I don't feel that never ending, like, doom feeling that you
Like,
get when you're depressed.
so I do feel like, yeah, like what Peter said, yes, some people do need meds, but it always, so we can't really, so I think it depends on what you're using the meds for. Like if it's like personal, when I speak like it's because of my personal experience, the depression, anxiety, what is it? There's like a lot of other things out there that I think is definitely curable and definitely doable without the medication. And I used to have a lot of health problems. I had a lot of mental and health problems. And I would go to the doctors and they'd be like, I think I got like I had like mood swing disorder or some shit like that. I don't fucking know what I had. They gave me medication, mouth. I was like, this ain't it. My mouth would get really fucking dry, so I just wouldn't take it. And then I couldn't. I had like an eating disorder too. I couldn't fucking eat. Would go to the doctors. Nothing's wrong with her. She's completely fine. It wasn't till I went to Mexico and I went to go see a doctor there. I saw a holistic doctor, and they did all this like weird, fucking. I don't know. I was getting
This
slapped with
shit
leaves.
that's from our fucking
They were
bloodline.
slapping me with leaves. They
Yeah.
got an egg, rubbed me all over with an egg. I don't know what this bitch did,
Un
but after
cura.
that, I could eat. I could eat. I could eat. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of things out there that I think is mental. I think it's our mind. You can definitely cure. I'm like super on that shit. Like, you can definitely get better. And I do think some people do need medication, but a big part of me feels like that's not the answer at the end of the day. Like,
A
you know
lot
how
of
like
times it's a
little kids
spiritual
are told,
illness.
yeah, but a lot of kids are told that they're ADHD. A lot of kids are
Yeah.
told, but I'm like, what if that whole ADHD thing, they invented that to make kids think that it's an actual problem to get them to get medication? Like, what if ADHD isn't even, not that it's not a thing, but what if ADHD is normal, but we made it seem like a, what is it?
Like a problem.
A problem. What if these things aren't really problems and it's how people are? Like, why does it have to be a problem?
Think about where we came from. We were raised back in the days outside playing, throwing rocks, doing all this shit. Kids rarely had ADHD because they were so active. Now kids grow up on an iPad and an iPhone and inside. Of course they're gonna have ADHD. They're not fucking
Wait,
doing anything.
is ADHD when you can't concentrate on one thing? You have
Upset.
like a short attention span. What is that? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like ADHD. I know
I
Peter.
definitely got that.
I know Peter's gonna correct me, but ADHD is basically like, yeah, like you can't pay attention. You're like, back and
I
forth.
think I have that. Actually, you know what? Scratch everything I said. I definitely got mental issues. And I think because I took Adderall once, bro, I was lit off that shit. I was the best person ever. I did Xanax once. I was like, yo, this was meant for me. I'm meant to fucking take. I think I started. I think I got Xanax after I stopped. I mean, I got anxiety after I stopped taking Xanax.
Yeah, that's the problem is your brain becomes dependent on that chemical substance, and then when you stop it,
Ah.
your brain's like, "Hey, asshole, where's the Xanax?" And
No, but like with
you're
Adderall,
like,
dude,
"No, no, no, I'm not
dude.
doing that anymore." Your brain's like, "Guess what? I need that shit." And you're like, "No, but I don't want to do it anymore." And your brain's like, "All right, well, fuck you then." And then boom, it's like when I stopped doing cocaine. It's like, "Oh, cold
No,
turkey,
but you
this
know what's
shit, I'm
crazy?
good."
Actually, I'm about to contradict myself, but I thought I was. I mean, I didn't. I don't think I got nothing. I don't think I do. But I was at work once, and one of my coworkers gave me What did I just say? Not Xanax. What's the other one?
Hold
I
on.
just said.
I don't know, Peter,
It's
if
not.
I don't know if I can repeat what you just said on broadcast,
not,
Peter.
not
Oh, he
Xanax.
said, I'm reading off chat. This is not something I'm saying. Peter says, I'm probably late because my phone freezes, but coming from a person with ADD and a
Is ADD?
husband, how is ADD a medical and medicated problem but not homosexuality? It's just people trying to control others. That's what it comes down to.
Wait, what?
He's saying, how come ADD is a medical and medicated problem, but not homosexuality? Yeah, meds can work. Yeah, holy shit, I just got bombed. Yeah, meds
So,
can work for some people, and other people have been wired to think that meds are the only thing that can fix them. I have a friend that would depend on their meds and think that was the only way they could feel well. It's normal. I would always try to suggest trying to spend time on doing things they liked or start doing streaming since they would always talk about streaming. I would always be made the bad guy on his status because I was told that I didn't understand and couldn't relate because I wasn't on meds. Now they're streaming consistently, and when I talk to them, they sound so much happier, and their tone of voice has changed so much. Okay, so they're talking about the meds. Peter says, "How come ADD is a medical issue, but not homosexuality?" Interesting fact: in the 80s, 70s, and 60s, homosexuality was considered a mental illness. So was being transgender. I'm just stating a fact. I'm not
what do
saying those
you
are my
think?
beliefs.
Like, do you think? Okay, so can I just point this out? I
Yeah.
don't know the ADHD ADD things. I actually don't know much about it. So whatever I said, like, don't quote me on it or whatever. But it's just how I feel. But the whole, what? How do you feel about people being gay? Do you think
I,
it's like a mental thing, or do you think people are born this way, or what?
I think certain people, it's like everything else, like serial killers. So I am not comparing gay people to serial killers. Like, side note, What I'm saying is, it's like serial killers. Some are born wired to kill. Like they have that show, what is it called, Child Killers or whatever, and it's
Oh,
about,
uh-huh.
yeah, it's like 6 year olds that were killing their cats and shit like that at a young age, and then grew up to kill people. They were born fucked up in the head. Then there's people who were normal, and then later in life something made them snap. I think that's like homosexuality is like you're born gay, and then there's some people who become gay. But I have no problem with either one of them. Now, what I do have a problem with is a 35-year-old drag queen showing up to a kindergarten class and telling them that they should follow their path. That is unacceptable. How would you feel if I went into a kindergarten class and told your children to become a Satanist like I am? There'd be a fucking problem, right? How
Yeah.
come we can have the statue of Jesus on government grounds, but we can't have the statue of Satan?
So it's like this thing. So I'm like big on TikTok because on there like half of my day. But there's this thing. There's this lady made a TikTok where her son wanted to wear or paint his nails. Right, the son wanted to wear or paint his nails, and the lady was like, "No, you're not a girl. You're not gonna paint your nails, right?
Yeah.
Or you're not gonna wear this because you're not a girl. You're not gonna wear a skirt. You're not gonna do your hair some way because you're not a girl, right?" And a lot of people in the comments were like, "Oh, you're not letting him express himself." And they're like, "No, I just don't want him to get the wrong idea of I forgot where I was going with this, but I don't want him to get the wrong idea of like what he is or whatever." So half of my friends, if not all of them, they're gay. Like they're either lesbians or no, they're all lesbians. Like a lot of my friends are fucking lesbians. And one of my friends is gay. He's a guy. He's straight up gay. I do think some people, yeah, some people are born that way.
Yeah.
Some
And I
people
think
are
some people
definitely,
eventually become gay.
or some people, yeah, they go through something in life that made them that way.
Yeah.
And I
Which
feel
is
like people are,
dangerous to say,
it's
because
dangerous.
that's even dangerous to say, because then what happens to the people who don't turn gay after they go through something in life? So like then it's a conversation of,
No,
are you picking? Because there's kids that have been
um,
molested who become gay, and there's kids who've been molested like me who remained heterosexual. I got molested
yeah,
for 3 years of my life, and I'm straight as fuck. Yeah, I act feminine and stuff like that sometimes, but that's because I don't believe in gender norms. I don't
yeah,
think that men can't paint their nails or wear wigs or listen to Doja Cat or what the fuck ever. Like, if I want to paint my nails and wear a wig, who cares? Wigs were invented for men in the first place, anyways. All the founding fathers,
they were. I knew
the
that.
founding fathers wore wigs. Like, it was like, but whatever. I'm derailing. Like, I don't believe in gender norms. I do believe in what you expose a child to. The same way you say, don't be cussing around my kids and don't play horror movies and action movies, should be the same thing about sexuality. There's no
Yeah, that's what I was
fucking
trying to get at.
reason why you should be
That's what I
telling
was
a
trying to get
3 year
at.
old girl that has she ever thought about having a penis. Why?
Yeah, I
She's
agree. I agree.
3. She's potty trained at 3. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
What was the question though? Like, are they telling us that, like, are they comparing um mental illness to to homosexuality? Is that what they're doing or what?
Well, he was just saying, like, why is it that some things are considered mental problems and some things aren't? He wasn't saying it is. Now
Um,
he says gay is just terminology. It's a way to classify someone and try to make them feel less or different. Everyone just wants to be loved and be happy. I agree. I agree. Sometimes I don't even like using the word gay, because then it comes with a conversation of like, oh, okay, well, if he's gay, then, bruh, I remember when I was
but like,
working at this pest control company, my fucking coworker almost kicked me out of a car because I played Lil Nas X. Like, I turned it on, he's like, take that gay shit off. And I was like, what? And I laughed, and I thought he was joking. He's like, I'm not fucking joking, bro. Take that gay shit off or get the fuck out the car. And I was like, wait, you serious, bro? He's like, I don't listen to no gay niggas in my car. And I was like, bro, it's
yeah,
2019. Are
right.
you for real? And he didn't want to work with me after that. He requested a change, for someone else to come do pest control with him because I listen to Lil Nas X and Lil Nas X is gay. So I don't even like talking about. I don't even like addressing people like how do I say this? I don't like being in the conversation of gay because it comes with negative connotations when it shouldn't. It's like, why do
Yeah,
you care if a dude likes to suck dick or not? How does that change him as an individual? You
You know
know?
what I think it is? I think a lot of men become uncomfortable with it because they don't want to either like a think about it.
Yeah.
They're just like nervous. I don't know, but like they just a lot of I don't know. Maybe like people don't some men don't want to think about it. But yeah, I'm like if you like men or whatever, like that shouldn't want to change anything.
Yeah.
But would you just use that a TikTok?
Huh?
Nothing. Nothing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I know. That's not okay. I feel like you can't judge somebody based off like what they like or who they like or what they wear, what the fuck they're wearing, or their preference. As long
Yeah.
as they're not hurting anybody, what's the problem?
Man's really wanting me to get kicked off the job because I listen to Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm
No,
like,
so like no, I had a when I was dating this guy, my friend, he's so I have a friend, he's super super gay, like he's gay, and
uh-huh.
then I had my boyfriend, and my friend would come over like into my room or whatever, and he's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Like he would get jealous almost. I'm like, "Trust me, he's gay as fuck." He was like, "You're telling me he wouldn't want to have sex with you?" I'm like, "No, he
Wait,
wouldn't. He's
wait. Let me
gay as
stop you
fuck."
there. Let me stop you there. I know full blown gay niggas that will fuck their female friend
You think
and no one will ever know. I know them personally and I've heard them say, "Oh yeah, I fucked her." And I'm like, "I thought you were gay." He's like, "Yeah, so?" I'm like, they're like, "Can I not like
I don't know.
experiment?
I think
Do
my friend is gay, gay. Like I think he's gay. I don't think he would ever fuck me. I think
like
he actually
allergic to
probably
pussy
would.
gay?"
Never. I don't think he's ever had sex with a girl. Like he's gay.
So you just know what he's
Like
missing out on.
he's
And that's not
I
homophobic.
actually I should
Before y'all
ask him.
fucking clip that shit and post it online, say it's homophobic, that's not homophobic when I'm saying he doesn't know what he's missing out on. I've had gay men tell me I don't know what I'm missing out on when they talk about sucking dick. And I'm like, I'm fine. I don't.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like a lot of men are low key gay. I
A lot of
really
men
do.
are high key gay, and
A lot of
they
men.
show me with they show it to me with their homophobia. I'm like, oh, you're scared that I might tap into that side of you that you don't want people to see. So you're being super extra homophobic right now.
Yeah,
I see
that
it.
too. Yeah, like I don't know, but I just like get vibe off of certain guys where I'm just like, you want to fuck another guy? Like I could just tell. Like I feel like a lot of guys they don't like to talk about it. Like going back to what you said, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to get into it because they don't want to know the what ifs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to know what if I do like it. What if this does feel good? They don't want to know, so they'd rather just not talk about it. They'd rather just stay away. And they actually did that back in the days, like the whole orgy shit and everybody fucking each other. That was like a thing. Like it wasn't even like
Like,
taboo or anything.
yeah.
It was normal.
Wait, is there no way that you can get a little bit closer to your?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, give me like.
Go ahead.
Can I really?
Huh? Yeah, of course you can go to the bathroom. We're an hour and 3 minutes in, baby. The biggest homophobes are the gayest people. Mike Pence. Oh, bro, y'all remember that picture that came out of Mike Pence in the white fishnet shirt? Just got here with some food. Yo, what's good, Drew? I don't know about that. Left myself. Bro, so many of the kids I work with think the same way, and now I got them blasting Doja Cat every morning. Was what real? Oh, the picture. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all can fact check it. I just think it's funny. If it's not real, then if it's not real, then it's not real. But I never fact check it. I never fact checked it. I thought it was real because it looks really like him, like crazy resemblance to Mike Pence. But I don't know if it's real. Yeah, I had people that think that way. I had people that don't think that way, but they were like, they never dove into that pool, and then they showed up to my "Call Me by Your Name" music video reaction, and they were like, "Yo, this is lit." I did lose like 80% of my viewers when he went down that stripper pole though, which is fine. You don't have to watch something that makes you uncomfortable if that makes you uncomfortable. Doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Like, what we talking about?
I think he did a phenomenal job going down that stripper pole. He spent weeks practicing how to go down a stripper pole, and I
Who, Lil
thought
Nas?
yeah, I thought
I
he
didn't see
looked.
the music video.
You haven't seen it?
No, I didn't want to.
Why?
I don't know.
What? You're missing out.
I don't know. I just didn't
There's
want to see it.
there's a heavy biblical symbology in that video, like the snake in the garden that tricks Eve. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but there's a lot of stuff in that video where I was like, oh damn. But yeah, and now they're
Like, so,
calling him, huh?
like, so what? Where did we leave off of? That we're cool. We like gay people, right?
We love to conclude that topic.
Everybody.
We love gay people.
I don't got a problem.
We have no problems with gay people. Okay. Craziest shit you've ever done for money. That comes from Peter. This is a great convo. No other streamer would have done it like you, Coffee Man. I appreciate it. Wait. Was that a video? Can I repose?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wait.
I could keep this host forever.
Ooh, this is really good. Okay. The craziest shit I've ever done for money. I'll tell y'all the second craziest shit. Wait, are you frozen?
I got you. I've practiced that for so long. All right, so the question comes from Peter, and it's for both of us. The craziest thing you've done for money. Franklin, I appreciate the love, brother.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all the second craziest thing because y'all not ready for the first thing. I'm gonna let y'all get to know me first before I tell the craziest thing. Anyway,
I'd love to have you on like more than once.
The craziest thing I've ever done. So this guy definitely had a fetish.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely had a fetish, but he.
If the convo starts like that, we know this shit about to be fire.
Let's just say. Okay, before anything, I met him at work. I was a server at Benihana's, and he was a bartender there. So I didn't go looking for this shit. He came up to me. Long story short, I met him at a hotel bathroom, and he just wanted me to beat him up and like shove my like foot down his mouth, like literally shove it down his mouth. Not him giving me foot kisses or nothing. He wanted me to shove my foot down his mouth. He wanted me to just beat him up and like grab his balls and just like tweet like.
Damn, bro, you found one of those. That's crazy. I thought that was like
my first time. I felt bad.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, are you sure? He's just like, yeah, pee on me. I couldn't pee. I was like, I can't pee right now. I tried.
On command? You can be a dominatrix. They make a lot of money.
That was the craziest thing. That was one of the craziest things I've ever done for money.
You should be a dominatrix.
That was the last thing that I'll ever do for money. That day, I was like, this is not fun. I don't think I'm ever gonna do something. Like, I just realized the whole selling myself for money shit is not for me. That's why I was like, I'm gonna stop this whole sex.
But are you selling yourself?
I mean, am I doing it for money? Yeah, I'm selling myself.
I don't think you're selling yourself. I think you're selling.
I'm better than that.
I think you're selling I think you're selling like a service to someone, but it's not yourself. You didn't invent it.
Service?
Yeah, it's a service.
Dude,
the same way.
I'm gonna think about that.
If you go to a restaurant, that person's called a server. Think of how demeaning that title is. Oh, that's my server. Think about it. Think about how demeaning it is to say my boss, who I work for. Just switch boss with the word master. Okay, Franklin told me something the other day, and I will never see this terminology the same ever. He said, why is it that people say my boss instead of saying someone I work with? Oh, I work with, because like, let's say you're an owner, right? I'm working with you to make your goals accomplished. Your goal is today for food to be sold and for business to go well. So therefore, I am working with you to make that work. I'm not working for you.
Right.
And that comes down from slave master terminology.
They reward you for your work, so you feel like you work for them or that you provided them a service for an exchange for something. That's the only reason it becomes that, because
I
you're
feel like
getting something in return.
I feel like you can still work with someone and they reward you for the part that you did. Like when you work with a classmate to do a class project, you get rewarded part you get rewarded the grade for being part of a piece of work. But when it goes to the workforce,
Ah,
yeah, when you go to the workforce, it's made that way so that you know your place. You're the worker bee, there's a boss, there's a branch manager, and then there's a CEO. So my body at Micron working 12 hours a day and my back went out.
is that Drew?
Yeah.
Tell him that his back will get better.
Your back will get
Oh, he can
better.
hear me. Drew. Never mind. Let me not talk shit right now.
But you're dumb. Okay. um what's the well okay, craziest thing I've done for money? I sold my Xbox 360 and all of the games because I didn't have any money to go smoke crack.
Oh, you've never done anything sexual for money? Proud of you.
I mean, I wish. I wanted to feel like a
Us?
slut.
No, trust me, dude. I'm traumatized.
I like being at the bottom of the pit sometimes. I thrive.
Maybe you do have a problem, Michelle. Maybe you do got a problem.
I'm dark. No, I've never.
But so am I.
I feel
think
like
I
it's
have an
it's
issue.
it's rare though. When will women really ask a guy, "Hey, I'll pay you"? Like I've been paid to go on a date with an older woman, but I don't feel
Yeah.
like that's like a big deal. That's just like she was like, "I'll give you $100 if you come to me to this company event and you act as my date because I don't have a date." So I went, and I didn't even charge her the 100. She took me out to eat after. We ended up going to her place. We fucked, blah blah blah. But I didn't accept the money because at that I was young. I was like, I just moved to New York, so I was like 19. So I felt weird about it at 19, like accepting money for that. I was like, I'm not a prostitute. And then someone else, my
Wasn't
friend told me, he's
like
like, oh, so you did it for free, so you're an idiot. And I was like,
a lot of women like to use that. They're just like, oh, I'm already fucking for free. Might as well get paid for it. It's like, okay, so you want to be a prostitute?
yeah, no,
What the
no
fuck?
sex
Because
worker
modern
shame, no
it's
sex
yeah, no.
worker
I
shame.
used to, but the only reason I feel very strong about the whole sex work thing is because I was a sugar baby, I was a stripper, I worked at a club, I was a cocktail waitress, I was all of that, and at the end of the day, I'm just like
I feel
no,
like
like no,
women that are in that industry, not all of them, because some of them are legitimately like really into it, but a lot of women in that industry block the part of their mind out that's like, "Ugh, I don't know how I feel about this," because they have to, because they have nothing else going for them. Like, if you took
yeah,
OnlyFans away from some of these girls, they would go
they
back
have
to
OnlyFans.
zero. Uh,
No, but that's one thing that you need to like look at too. It's like back then, people were doing it because they had to. A
yeah,
lot of women nowadays are doing it because they can, and it's I don't want to say it's easy because like I said, I've done it before and it's not easy. You got to put in the work wherever you go. But it is fast money, and that's where it gets addicting, and that's why people don't leave that lifestyle, because it's very fast money and you're like, holy shit, I made what everybody makes in like a day. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like nowadays, this time of the fucking the year, whatever. A lot of people are glamorizing the whole sex work thing, and they're just like, oh,
yeah.
it's easy money, it's fun. All you gotta do is this and that. I'm like, yo, can y'all talk about like the real effects that it's gonna have on you in the long run? Like, it's not it at the end of the day. Like, it's really not.
How do you feel as like as someone that's been in that world? Like, do you feel like there's more cons than pros?
Mm, yeah, the only pro would be that you get to look cute all the time, I guess, and the money. The money is probably like one of the is the only one. Probably there's probably like three pros out of cons. Like, the pros are probably like networking. You'll get to meet a lot of people that might take you out of it. Or you're networking by like going to cool parties, events, or whatever the fuck it may be. And then the money, and
Yeah,
then you get to afford the lifestyle that you want. But there's definitely I think there's way more cons than positives working in the whole OnlyFans, sugar baby, being a stripper, all that shit. To me, there's more cons than pros. But
and do you think
that's just
those cons?
my experience.
Do you think those cons are only real once you've gotten to learn yourself?
Yeah, because a lot of people
So
they
that
don't.
then makes it an ethical dilemma. Now we
I guess it's
dive
a
deeper into
maybe.
the
I don't
rabbit
know.
hole. Huh?
Because a lot of people, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't see anything wrong with it, like but it's like modern day prostitution. Like it's cool,
Yeah.
it's
I
okay. Like people don't see it like that anymore.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either.
I just think that a lot of women are going into it not knowing what they're getting themselves into because they see the pictures of like, oh my gosh, she has 100,000 likes and people are sending her money. But I'm like, okay, but
Happy.
are you happy? And I feel like sex workers should be more transparent about the cons. I
Yeah,
follow a
because
sex worker on Twitter that is super transparent. I love her for it. She's like, being a sex worker means being DM'd like all these. I can't say these words on Twitch. At 2 in the
you're not
morning.
respected. Nobody respects you.
Yeah.
They'll not take you
Being
serious. Even if you are respected, they're not gonna take you serious. People will
an,
not take you serious. Like
another one. She was like, being a sex worker means a guy who is subscribed to you figuring out where you live based on the background of your selfies and stalking you for a month. Because you blocked him on OF. She had a guy figure out where she lived based on her background.
yeah,
Like,
it's a lot
I
of things that could go wrong. Like a lot of things that can go. So I'm saying like when I get on TikTok, I don't know if you have one, but like
oh yeah, I'm on
everyone
there
is
all the
promoting.
time.
Everyone is promoting. Go be a stripper. Like you can do it, sis. There's 19-year-olds. Like they're. I personally think 18-year-old, 19, you're still young. There's 18, 19-year-olds becoming strippers, and I'm like, you haven't even like tried your other options. Like you're going straight to sex work, and it's like, yeah, it's fun, and like, but girls don't see how like. I just think a lot of people are glamorizing sex work and not talking about the
The
real
cons.
the real deal, like how it really goes down. Like girls on TikTok are like, oh, I just went on a date for $1,000. I'm like, you did not just go on a date. He did not just talk to you and he gave you $1,000. Like no fucking way. He just talked to
You
you.
got throat fucked for $1,000 in
Something
the back of
happened.
a car.
Something happened. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like yes, there is guys like that out there like that. But like 90% of the time, a lot of men are like asking for something back. Like
Yeah.
they're not just giving out their fucking money because you're pretty and you were sitting there. The most you'll get is like not even $1,000 for doing that shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It gets glamorized a lot when it shouldn't. I feel
And
like
there's
people go
nothing
straight
wrong
to
with
it.
saying what you're saying because I watched a porn documentary a couple months ago and it had a
Yeah,
couple of popular retired porn stars and they said the same thing you're saying. They're like,
yeah,
yeah, you make decent money, but they don't talk about the long hours of shooting or people doing stuff on set that you strictly said you don't do. Like this one girl was like, I strictly don't do anal. And the first thing that happens after I give this guy head in the middle of the shoot is he just rams his dick into my ass.
yeah.
They just went through like this. They just went through this long list of stuff that they go through, and she's like catching an STD from someone who falsified papers of being clean at her shoot, and now you've got fucking chlamydia, and they got away with it because they just wanted to fuck you. Like there's just this long laundry list
Yeah.
of things
If
that
we're talking, if we're talking about the same documentary, yeah, I saw it too. And like at the end of the day, a lot of them were like retired, or they were just like, yeah, it just wasn't it. Like, I mean, it was cool for a little bit, but after a while, it starts catching up to you. Like, damn,
yeah.
this is really what I'm doing. Like, I
Like
had
anything
friends.
else in life that you're just doing for money. If you're doing sex work because you love sex work, you'll love it forever.
Different.
But
Yeah,
90% of women are doing it for the money. Like they
for the
like
easy money.
if you ask them what did you want to be when you were younger? It was not a sex worker. It's like I wanted to be an astronaut or I want to be a
I actually
hairstylist.
saw this podcast yesterday where this girl was like, I was 14 when I knew I wanted to be a porn star. She was like, I was 14. I forgot her name. I
I
was
think I've
14.
seen that.
She was on the Jake, not Jake Paul, but his brother.
Oh, Logan?
Logan, which one's the decent one?
They're not. None of them are decent.
The one that's gonna
Once you
fight.
watch more videos, you'll realize they're the same fucking douchebags.
Really?
One of
I
them just
like
got
one over
better
one
hair
the
than the
other.
other one.
What's the one that's gonna fight the one guy?
Oh, Logan.
Damn. Huh?
It's Logan, right? Logan Paul?
Logan. He had her on his podcast show.
Wait, what? Peter just said
He
there's a porn star that her parents come to all her shoots. What?
oh hell no. They're
Oh,
creeps.
Drew said Lana Rhodes said that.
Yeah, her. She was like 14, and she was like, when I was 14, I knew I wanted to be a porn star.
Yeah, then there you
Without
go. She.
without her, yeah, she's still doing it till this day. She's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, like
Oh,
she's
I know.
bringing in
Trust me.
younger people, but I hate you. But I'm
Her stepbrother stuff is the best.
really,
Oh yeah.
oh my god, y'all really know porn, huh?
Yeah, I hate that regular vanilla porn where it's just like a fucking wig's getting in my mouth. Where it's just like a dude and a girl, and there's no like dirty connection. I don't like that type of porn. Like I like shit
See,
like
that's why I don't want to do porn. All my shit would be too real.
yeah, incest
It'd be too
incest
real.
porn.
If not, it's gonna suck. That emotion connection lit, like I'm just like, actually, I don't know. There's this one. Oh, I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind. I'm traumatized. Let's just
All
move
right,
on.
maybe we should segue away from this conversation. Okay, next question. Um,
If I tag you on Instagram, is that enough? Like, will they be able to tune in?
yeah,
Link in his bio. Do I put that?
yeah. Click link in bio.
Okay.
Ooh, I like the next question. Um, actually, there's two. Okay, private support, public silence.
I didn't even get that. What do you mean?
Huh? Or I
What do you
can.
mean?
It's hard to hear you.
What do you mean?
Where they support you in the DMs and
Elaborate.
through text messages, but in public they'll never repost your stuff or post your stuff into the story. You know, they don't like they'll make sure that in the DMs, like, all right, let's say you post a selfie on your story, right, Lizvet?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a guy who consistently says it's fire, like me.
Mm-hmm.
But in public, they won't comment that same thing under the selfie, like I do. I will tell you personally, Lizvet Corral, on your story that your selfie is fire, you look beautiful, whatever, and then I'll tell you in public. But now let's say you have a YouTube channel and you put that on your story, and they'll reply in your story, like, "Oh my god, I watched the video, it's dope." Da 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 da. But on public, they'll never like the public post or comment on it or repost it or share it. Private support, public silence. That's what I call that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So I have mixed feelings about that, just because it really depends on like the situation. I have friends who I consider them my best friends. They've never once in their life have watched my YouTube videos, like ever. Not never once in their life watched my YouTube videos, like ever, or posted anything about me.
That's
So
disgusting.
it does give me mixed feelings. It really does. Um, but like I'll do the same thing. For example, so okay, so I'm broke though. I can't buy my friends shit right now. But um, as long as so yeah, I guess I don't want to. Some people do it for like aesthetic reasons though. Sometimes I'm like, did they not post my shit, or am I not like aesthetically pleasing enough? Like, why am I not getting? You know, like sometimes I'll be like, oh, check this out, or like look at my video, or like repost it or something. I don't know if my friends aren't doing it because it doesn't go with what they post. So sometimes I think it's an aesthetic thing for them.
Who
So I
are they,
try to.
bruh? Let me stop you right there. You're not fucking Kylie Jenner, bro. No one gives a fuck about your page aesthetic.
That's what I'm saying.
What? I know what you're talking about. That shit pisses me off. Like, where it'll throw their page off. No one gives a fuck about your page, bro.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I don't know, but like that's how I sometimes I feel like that. I'm just like, okay, like or maybe they don't have time to watch my shit. Like
That's
I don't
cap. That's
I don't know what
cap.
it is.
That's
I don't know,
cap.
but
Because at
like
nighttime, everyone's on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram looking at shit on Twitter. I see people who swear to God they support me on Twitter sharing shit from other people that I know, but they don't share or retweet or whatever my shit. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna stop showing to support. Like I hit a clean slate the other day. I'm starting at zero. I'm not showing anyone support unless I'm reciprocated back the same amount of support. I just clean off the slate because I'm done showing support to people who then turn around and don't reciprocate it. That's fake love. That's
you know what it probably is they probably don't take what you're doing as serious as you're taking it. And that's probably what it is. They're probably like, oh, I don't believe in him. That's probably it's a belief thing. If you don't believe in me, it's because you're not posting my shit. I'm pretty sure if I was like Coil Ray or Kylie Jenner or somebody that's really doing something with their life, even if you didn't fuck with my shit, you would repost it just for the simple fact that I have this many numbers on it. And I feel like, oh, because I'm not doing well, or I'm not getting the numbers that are considered like what, like accepting for the public eye or whatever. I'm not hitting the numbers that I'm supposed to. I'm not, in their eyes, they're probably like, oh, this ain't like, it's
What
embarrassing.
What's your YouTube name?
I think it's my
Plug yourself in.
I think it's my name. Oh my god, I have embarrassing videos.
Victor
Like
said,
I think
"Shoot, I
yeah,
watched
it's
your
just my
scary
name.
video last night. Let me see. Lizvet Corral.
I haven't posted in a
Send it to
while, but
me. Send it
I
to
only
me
have
on.
4 videos.
Okay, send it to me through text. Victor said, I watched your scary video last night since I missed the live stream. I couldn't finish it because the stuff gets to my mind, but still, it doesn't cost anything to support. A share, comment, or like doesn't cost you anything except maybe 5 seconds. That ain't cool. That's for the birds. I agree 100%. It
You know what
doesn't
I
take,
think?
huh?
I hate when people feel like they're too cool for something. Like I feel like a lot of my girlfriends feel that way. That's why sometimes
Yeah,
I feel like I don't fit in with them because I'm like, bro, like I literally went to a party once with my friend and she was trying, like she made me feel some type of way just to feel validated or like accepted with her other group of friends. And I literally went up to her. I'm like, they're not as cool as you think they are. Like, why are you making me feel less than what the scene of crowd is or whatever? Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people think they're too cool for something, but I'm like, bro, that doesn't like. Some people just feel too cool, and I'm
You
like,
know
no,
what's
you're not.
fucking crazy? The people who be feeling too cool be the most lamest, corniest, boring people ever. They have no
Or they're basic. Like
personality
it's very
outside of a
basic.
sheet of paper. Motherfuckers have the personality of a fucking chalkboard, and then they act like they're too cool to share your shit or like, oh, this nigga's wearing a pink wig. This nigga's I can't say the word on Twitch. Like he's a weirdo. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, it's not even like that. I'll be wearing a wig, playing Warzone, killing people. Like I'm not on here like, what's the new fashion statement of the week? Like.
Yeah.
Those are two whole different vibes. Even if I did do that, brother, don't determine my sexuality. But yeah, that
I
shit's for the birds, Lizvet. You need new friends.
no,
No
I just
friend.
feel like people like us, like I don't know if anybody on here follows me on TikTok, but I don't make the dancing TikToks. I'm not on there being sexy, making I'm not on there doing that, which I should be because I feel like I posted I think my ass like last week and I think I got like 300 new followers. Like just on TikTok. I think I got like 1,000 likes on the TikTok because of my I think almost 2,000 now because I posted my ass.
Oh,
But all the
let me
other
go.
ones
Let me go look at
where
that
I'm
real
being
quick.
normal, yeah, like if anybody follows me on
It's
TikTok,
like no.
I'm super no, I'm super like I'm not being sexy on there. I'm being
What's
normal.
your TikTok for research
It's Liz Too
purposes?
Saucy. If anybody wants to, oh wait, that ain't it. But like, I'm
Liz
on there
what?
looking crazy. I'm on there looking hella crazy.
Liz too
Like,
saucy?
yeah.
Is it spelled that way,
Yep.
or is it multiple Y's? A bunch of them popped up.
No, it's just Liz Too Saucy. But yeah, like, I feel like I have to be a certain way so that people can. Oh, I told Ishmael before we started live. Stop! Don't look him, please.
Is that the ass video?
Yeah. How many views does it have? It has 9,585 views. 9,000 views. 9,000.
Damn, she got a little faded.
This
But yeah,
one
what were you
has
saying?
hold on. This one has
Woke up to
what
niggas
is it?
sounding like
Oh
me.
yeah. I applied to be a bottle girl and I didn't get the job. And
Yeah,
and I really do think it was because I was being myself. I feel like if I was being a bimbo bitch, I was just acting like, yeah, my tits out, just be like, yeah, I'm just here. Like, I think I would have gotten the job. But because I was talking about Harry Potter and jazz, they didn't hire me. I don't know if it was like a fake laugh, but that's what I think it is about my content. Like I'll make content and it's not like
keep making that content
just one
because when you do
people
blow up over that content,
no,
you'll
but
be
like people
so
see
much. You'll look. You will be so much happier when you blow up from that content than if you blew up because of ass, because they will not let you make different content after that. They'll be like, "Where's the ass? Where's the ass videos? I've
no,
seen it."
and I know know this, and it's like my sisters. They tell me all the time. They're just like, "Oh, your Instagram or your TikTok. Like, if you just need to do this, do something that's trending, and you'll blow up or whatever." I'm like, but it's not me. I'm like, it's not me. I can get on Instagram and be an IG baddie, but it's not me. It's not me. I'm not gonna sit here and do it for likes. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'd rather be broke and not do shit for likes than do something for likes, and it's like I'm a completely different fucking person.
You
Like
got
I'd rather get this audience than an audience that like people just want to see what outfit I'm wearing or like what the
yeah.
fuck. You know, I want to spread a real message. Like if I can make some kind of change in the world, if it's being yourself, then so be it. But I'm not gonna sit here and be an Instagram baddie just because that's what is expected of somebody because they're pretty. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna do that.
You got way more integrity than I do.
Yeah, no, like
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I would mix it up. I would do like a baddie thing with something you really like. So like if it's like, let's say this nerdy Harry Potter video, I would make like the sexy Harry Potter look, but you still know your Harry Potter shit or whatever the fuck it may be. Just because sex sells, and then when you start popping, you cut it. Like the second you notice what you do is you look at the insights. The second you start seeing that it's like the views are going up, you cut all that sexy shit out, and then no one expects it from you. But if you drag it on too long, which I see some creators do, then they get cursed with the every video has to be sexy. I cannot not wear makeup. I cannot not stick my tongue out. I cannot not wink. Everything has to be driven by sex. So you have to stop it. Like,
I kind of want to do that with Instagram. Just be like super provocative and sexy on there.
yeah.
But I feel like that's gonna attract the wrong people, and I don't want to attract the wrong people. Like
You weed them out. Regard. All right, let's put it this way: if you're not sexy and you're still pretty, and you make the content you want to make, there's still gonna be creeps that find a way to sexualize you. I saw this girl. I was watching her on Twitch. Her name is Indy Fox, and I was there when it happened. Someone goes, why are you wearing a bikini in a hot tub stream? Like, why don't you have clothes on? And she said, because even when I had clothes on, playing a guitar with just my face showing, you guys still sexualize me. And you men will always find a way to sexualize me. So why not play the rules of the game and make money while doing it? And I was like, damn, I never thought of it that way.
You know what? After today, I might just start doing this.
Hey, boost the confidence for Lizvet. Let's give her the air horn.
Oh. No.
I gave you an air horn. You couldn't hear or see it, but you got an air horn.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna start doing like the TikTok trending dances. I want to start doing them just to see where it gets me. So
if you ever want to collab on anything, let me know, cause I'm always home. I'm always free. I'm always creating and doing shit. So I actually just bought all the studio equipment I need to make music.
Studio stuff?
Yeah, like this is.
I suck at making music, but I like to do it for fun.
What do you do? Do you sing? Rap. Do you make beats? Oh, you rap? Bitches, honey, cocaine.
When I was younger, I took the Missy Elliott song where she's like, something about, I don't know, but I took a Missy
when she's
Elliott
summoning
song.
Satan backwards. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is like, yeah, I think it's that song.
This Europe.
Yeah, that song. I took that song and I told people I wrote it.
Are you serious? I love little kid lies because like from the perspective of an adult, if you hear that lie, you're like, shut the fuck up. When you're that kid, I'm saying I love when you're a kid and you lie and it's so dumb, but everyone believes you. But like when you're an adult and you think back to that lie, you're like, that was horrible.
They definitely believe me though. The only reason I got caught up is because we were in the car and the song came on, and they're like, "Isn't that your song?" And I was like,
yeah, she's borrowing it.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yo, what's good, high power? Okay, deep sea or deep space? Which would you prefer to have like looked into, or which one would you personally prefer to go to?
Okay, so there's a different reasons. Okay, so I'm gonna say deep. Wait, what? Deep space or what? Deep. Sea?
Ocean, deep sea, Ocean. Yeah, deep sea or deep. Deep sea or deep space.
I'm gonna say deep sea, only because I'm a water sign. Okay.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio. Look us up. We're the most misunderstood sign, but we're like the best at like sex, I think, or some shit like that. Okay, because I'm a water sign. B, because I feel like people pay more attention to space than they do with the ocean. And 3, because I believe in mermaids.
Oh man, don't get me started on mermaids. They're so
Mermaids,
terrifying.
dude, I used to be so into them. I don't think they're as pretty as people make them seem.
They're not. They're fucking demonic. I,
You
I
think?
strongly believe I strongly believe
Demonic,
mermaids
bro.
are some type of demon or like evil alien deep sea race. They're
So you think they're negative?
100%.
You think so?
Look, pirates
In my head,
used
I'm
to
thinking
write.
Little Mermaid.
No. Pirates used to write songs about these sirens because that's what a mermaid's real name is a siren. These sirens who would sing, and the voice you'd hear it coming from the fog, and it sounded like a beautiful voice. So they would turn the ship towards the voice, and the before they realized it, what the mermaid or siren was doing was getting them towards where the rocks were in shallow water,
They can.
so that they could go in and drag the men to the bottom of the sea and eat them on the way down there.
They're hungry.
Mermaids are
Survival of the
cannibals.
fittest.
They're
So
cannibals.
they only eat humans.
Oh, I don't know if they only eat humans. I don't know enough
They eat
about
meat?
mermaids. Huh?
They only eat meat. Is that what cannibalism is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, but deep sea for sure.
I think I would pick space, because
Space?
so far, everything that involves deep sea has been a threat or looks disgusting. Whereas space, if there was an evil alien race that wanted to really kill us, they would
They
have done
would.
it already. And every time we send something to space, we don't have a problem. But every time we send a submarine, like say like, oh, this year we went 600 feet down deeper.
Hello, motherfucker.
Sorry, I have
What
sound
they
alerts
say?
on my Twitch, and someone used
What
the
are you
hello
saying?
motherfucker.
I'm about to log into Twitch right now.
What was I saying?
What were you saying? Oh, deep
Oh,
seas. There's always some kind of shenanigans going on.
yeah, the camera goes missing, or they see some big fucking shadow of a creature go past, or they hear
But
screams.
doesn't that make you want to be like, yeah, I want to know more?
I
Like,
don't.
to
Yeah,
me?
but I said explore though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
sure.
love to know more about the deep sea. Would I explore it? No. Would I explore space? Yes. 100%. If they said, "Hey, we're gonna send you on a rocket ship to Mars," you have a 95% chance of survivability, I'd say yes. Let's go.
What if the deep sea is like another whole another dimension?
I
Right?
think it is a whole
Because if
nother
you think about it, you
civilization.
have to hold your breath when you go under there. You have to do a lot of different things when you go in the water.
Hmm.
Like,
And
what if
there's
it's
a
like
certain amount of pressure that can kill you too. I feel like it's like a password. Once you figure out the password of going deep sea, you can go there. But we don't have that. Well, they say we don't have that password yet, but who knows what we've really accomplished down there.
dude, I want to really know what's all the way deep down there. I really do.
Atlantis.
Have you heard of Well, that's like not deep sea. Never mind. Oh, Atlantis. When the what?
The city of Atlantis.
How it's like deep down in the ocean?
Yeah.
That used to really be. I don't think it sunk. Is that what they said?
Yeah, I think it sunk.
You think it sunk? I think
Demons.
Okay, so like
The story that was found in tablets was that these demonic energy, like alien beings, came to Atlantis, and the energy threw off the levitation of Atlantis, and that's what sunk it to the bottom of the ocean, was the energy.
you think so? I don't know if I was watching a documentary. I don't remember what I was watching, but they were. I think it was probably a TikTok. They were talking about how like shit be under the sea and it's like been there for years or whatever, like cities and shit like that, and they say that it's because like a tsunami or whatever. They were saying how it was an actual city under the ocean.
Yeah.
Because people actually have life in the ocean, like some mermaid shit on some Little Mermaid shit
Wait, where?
in the ocean.
No, I mean, where'd you see this?
TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, dude, there was this TikTok where they were like recording this the city under the sea, and they were like, yeah, this is somebody's like this is an actual like it wasn't because a tsunami or a fucking tide took whatever the fuck took over. It was literally this is how it was. Like
Well, yeah,
it's an
that's how it
actual
was
sea.
before the sea water level rose up.
I don't know, man.
In some cases, some shit be looking like niggas is just hiding till the cameras leave. I'm like, that vase does not look watered down, bro. I still see the designs on that motherfucker. I thought what happened? I thought y'all taught us in class a watery roads shit. I still see the L on that motherfucker. This has been for thousands of years. I'm like, I don't know about 1,000 years, bro.
It looks brand new. It
Yeah,
just look a little dusty.
look, they just
Damn,
got
it
it
look a
from
little
TJ
dusty.
Maxx.
Get it off real quick.
I don't know about 1,000 years.
Oh, that is a long time.
Okay, and then the last question. Oof. Actually, we have to pick between two. Overdoing the whole woke thing or the vaccine. Or we can switch to a very easy question, which is top 5 albums, top 5 artists, or top 3 movies. Or if you could time travel in one time in history. Excuse me. If you could time travel to one time in history, where would it be and why?
I feel like the last couple of questions were more of a personal level, so we could do the vaccine and the woke thing just so that everybody can relate and
Okay.
have more of an input and opinion on it.
Okay, so which one do you want to do? Vaccine or overdoing the
I
woke?
got a lot of shit to talk about on both.
Let's go woke.
I have the least with the woke joint.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about it earlier.
Did we?
Kind of.
What did we say?
I was gonna say let's do the vaccine one because I have the short opinion on it. That way we could do both.
Okay.
So my whole thing on the vaccine, it's weird to me. It doesn't make sense, but I'm not against it only because I feel like again anything that you guys ask me, I'm gonna go based on like a personal thing and how I feel towards it. I'm not against taking the vaccine. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. But if I have to, I'm not gonna fight it only because I feel like I'm strong enough to fight whatever the fuck that shit's gonna bring, or my immune system is like strong enough, and I'm not gonna get like sick off that shit. But I mean, the vaccine thing is just weird to me. I think they're using us to see how it's gonna hit everybody or whatever. But I'm pretty sure everybody has the same opinion on the fucking vaccine. You're either gonna take it. If you take it, it's because you're like whatever. It's just a vaccine. It's like any other vaccine. And if you're not taking it, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to be an experiment. I'm gonna wait, but I'm gonna take it afterwards. So I think nobody's really scared of the vaccine anymore. I think we all think it's like whatever. If we have to do it, we'll do it. That's how I feel about it.
I don't know.
Like,
There's some people who went in healthy, got the vaccine, and then 2 weeks later they have cancer.
I actually I was working with, they're called Maximum.
Uh-huh.
We give out the vaccine.
Yeah.
We give out, and I witnessed firsthand people coming in healthy as hell, perfectly fine. I would be like, oh, this is your nurse. She's taking your vaccine, or she's doing your vaccine. They would take the and like I think I was there for like 2 months. I think the ambulance got called like 4 times, and it was people from my age up to like 60 that they like fainted, or right away they did not feel it, and the ambulance would get called. That's the only reason I don't want to take it, because firsthand I would see people react a certain way to it, and I'm like, all right, maybe this vaccine isn't what it's meant to be, or what it's
It's not even FDA approved. It was made in a year. It took them 40 years to make the flu vaccine, but they want me to take. Yeah, they want me to take something they made in a year. And then when you say that, you're anti-vaccination. No, I'm anti-putting some test shit in my body. It's not FDA approved. Like, yeah. I will take that shit when they perfect it. Not perfect it because nothing's perfect, but when they have that shit down to where there's no side effects like cancer, bro. I was reading a story about a girl who took her dad in to get the vaccine, and he now has stage 3, I don't remember what type of cancer, and he's dying. And it only came after he took that vaccine. So, and the thing that makes me nervous is I have a long line of death in my family due to cancer. So I am not going to increase that chance by taking this vaccine. I've lost aunt, uncle, grandmother, cousin. I've lost so many people to cancer. I'm not gonna go put that percentage up. Like I'm already
Yeah,
playing with my life. I smoke too much, so
so same with my mom. So I think my mom lost 3 siblings because of COVID. So in her mind, she's like, I'm gonna go get the vaccine. But she was so depressed. She became so depressed that she was scared that she took the vaccine, she would get more depressed. She was like, from what I've been reading, people are they're not taking it too well. She's like, I'm scared, even though I'm doing this so that because she lost siblings to COVID. She was like, I don't want to take it because I'm in this like state of mind, and I think that the vaccine is gonna affect it, and I probably will get sick off of it. So
yeah.
that's why I'm like, my mom was smart enough to do that, because some people will go in taking the vaccine, but if they're not, yeah, like same thing, like if they're not like ready or whatever, or they're mentally like, because people get sick off that shit, their arms hurt, and they're just getting sick off that shit, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yo, like you shouldn't be getting. I don't think people should be
And
getting
what
COVID.
happened to the CDC telling us earlier last year, hey, if you caught COVID, you're immune or you have a stronger chance of not getting it. Now they
Yeah,
don't
even
say that at all. Now they're like, take the vaccine or else you can't fly to Canada. I'm like, what the fuck
no,
happened to telling me that I had a good
no, like
autoimmune
the vaccine
system?
doesn't protect you from catching COVID. It just protects you from like
Spreading it, right?
the bad symptoms. Like I think I like read up on it, and it's just like, oh, you might still get you're still gonna, if you get the vaccine, you still have chances of catching the COVID, but it's not gonna you're more strong, you're more immune to it. If you have a
Fuck,
vaccine, you're more
fuck
immune
that.
to the COVID, but it doesn't mean you're not gonna catch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which I think is dumb. Isn't that what people are doing right now? We're taking precautions to not catch it.
yeah, I'm good off that. I caught COVID at the beginning of lockdown,
Ew.
and I had it so fucking. I thought I was gonna. I was on a ventilator at the hospital. Like,
I
if
kind of
I
wish I
can,
got it just to see what it was like.
huh?
I said I kind of wish I got it just to see what it was
No,
like.
no, bruh.
No,
My lungs didn't work by themselves. A machine had to pump air into my lungs to work. I
did you
couldn't
feel like you were
smoke a
gonna
cigarette
die?
for like 2 months.
Did you feel like you were gonna die?
Yeah, like the second I'd inhale my cigarette smoke, I'd instantly start coughing up a storm and I'd throw up. My nosebleeds were out of control. I couldn't taste food for like 3 months. Like it's my feet, like I'd have like 103-degree fever and then the worst chills like instantly within 30 seconds. It was horrible. But what I'm saying is,
Did
if I
Carl
could
catch
deal
it?
with that, I don't need the vaccine. For what? I've already caught the worst strand of COVID. If I get
Yeah.
COVID again, which I highly doubt, I know what to expect. They gave me an inhaler with steroids, and that's all. They sent me home. They said, take this inhaler every 30 minutes. You have to take 2 puffs, and you'll be fine. And I was fine.
That's kind of how I feel with Corona. I'm just like, if I catch it, I think that my body's strong enough to be able to
Handle
get
it.
back to normal. That's why I don't think I need the vaccine. Um, but did Carl catch COVID too? Did they both
That's
catch
the
it?
crazy thing. She took care of me every day and never
She
caught
took,
COVID.
and that's crazy. I was about to just ask that. Everybody at my house caught COVID. I didn't, and I traveled. I went to California. I went to New York. I went to Florida. I didn't catch COVID. Everybody in my family caught COVID. I took care of my mom. I still didn't catch it.
You know what
So
I
I'm
think
saying
that
I'm
is?
very weird about that because I smoke weed.
N- I think it's your immune system because you didn't stop traveling and doing normal shit. That you were still surrounded by germs and like viruses and all this shit. So like while everyone was safe at home, playing it safe, you weren't, and that's why you didn't catch COVID. I'm not saying that's the case for everybody. Like I know people who travel just to go see a grandparent, and then boom, when they got back, they had COVID. But I think in your scenario, it might have been that because you were. My girl was literally sleeping next to me. She would wake me up sometimes because I wasn't breathing. Like I was choking on my own tongue because my lungs sucked, and she still didn't catch COVID.
And you
So,
still smoking cigarettes, huh?
huh?
And you still smoking cigarettes.
It's my last addiction. I've let go of everything else. I'm trying so hard to quit.
What have you tried? Have you tried the little patch joints these?
I've tried the patch. I've tried this. Like it's hard. I've actually
I
tried
mean,
like
I've heard the pens. Actually, no. I think the pens are worse than cigarettes.
well
Actually.
no, it's a CBD pen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not weed. Bless you. It's a CBD pen. So like that was helping me. I was smoking less, but it never got me to the point of quitting.
Hmm.
It just got me to the point of okay, instead of 8 today, you're gonna smoke 2 or 3.
Well, I know that like I heard that like the little vape pens, the jewel things. those are worse than
Oh,
cigarettes.
way worse. Smoke.
Yeah, so
I
as long as
can't
you're
believe people
packing
fell for
legal
that
stuff,
shit. I fell for it. I bought a Juul, and smoking like one little cartridge of Juul is like smoking 3 packs of cigarettes.
you
So
know what's crazy?
I
You know
I
what's
just I fell for it. I have one. It's somewhere in the house. I didn't ever
No, I
buy it
really be
again.
feeling like my life be choosing me. I really do think my life chooses me because I got gifted a jewel pack with like all the jewel pods, every flavor, and a
Uh
new
huh.
jewel. I got gifted that as a gift. And I tried it, I think like twice, and I was like, oh, it burns the roof of my mouth. I couldn't handle it. I was like, this is too much for me. I'm not into this shit. But I did it because I was like, oh, it's cute. It looks cute. I want to do it.
Yeah.
But I ended up not doing it just for like one. It didn't. I could feel it all, the nicotine or whatever the fuck in my mouth. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is not it. I'm like, this is not it. It's not really not it. And I used to smoke okay, so when I was like 15, no, probably like 16, 17, I smoked cigarettes heavily. Like I was probably like I wasn't 18 yet. I was definitely like 17 or something. And I was like a chain smoker. The minute I finished a cigarette, I wanted to pick up another one. Like it was nonstop.
That's me.
And then I just like had to, then I eventually I was like, no, I gotta stop because I could feel everything growing in my mouth. I'm just like, I could feel all this shit going on in my mouth. But nothing to the people that do smoke that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing against people that do smoke
I
cigarettes.
want to
Like,
quit, but then at the same time, I see people who are like 80 and they've been smoking for 80 years. So I'm just like, and they don't have the, can you come give me some coffee? They sound like regular
yeah.
people. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll quit, but like for now, that's literally my last thing. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol. Like I drink alcohol maybe like, I know some people are like, oh, you posted you've been sober. I'm like, yes. And then I specifically say of hard drugs. I don't do hard drugs anymore. But girl
You
is
don't do
cute
psychedelics
as
anymore?
Jose Kendrick says, girl is cute as fuck. I don't know who that is.
You don't do psychedelics anymore?
I haven't, but I will if I want to. Like
In
that's
the
one
future?
thing, but I don't consider that a drug.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But
You're
in
talking
legal
more so
terms,
like,
yeah, it's a drug.
do you smoke marijuana?
No.
You don't.
Last time I smoked weed, my entire body started twitching. It was a very bad experience. I had
Maybe
to
it was
smell,
really good weed.
huh?
Maybe it was just really good weed.
It was really good weed, but like I didn't like what happened. Like I started like my arm and my leg started spazzing, and like I couldn't sit still, and my heart was racing really fast. So I just laid on the floor, and oh, by the way, if you're too high, if you smell black pepper, you'll kill the high.
Fun fact about me, I can't smell.
You
Like
can't what?
I can't smell.
Smell?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna smell it. You just need to
No, no,
inhale.
no, no. I can't smell. Like I wasn't born with that. I mean, unless I'm sniffing pepper up my nose or whatever the fuck you said, I can't smell. I don't know what food smells like. I don't know what weed smells like. I don't know what my fart smells like. I don't know what my shampoo smells like.
What?
I don't know what anything smells like. Yeah, no. And it has nothing.
Revelation!
It
Shocking
has nothing to do with
revelation.
drugs. It has nothing to do with drugs. I just since I was born, I've never been able to smell, so I'm used to it. It's not sad. People think it's sad, but like
I don't
it's not
think
sad.
it's.
I'm
Oh,
fine. I can taste. People think I can't taste, but I can taste. I can taste.
okay, so if you walk, oh god, so if you
I
walk
can't
into a
smell.
room and it smells like stank ass dick, you won't smell it.
Yeah, so if like my boyfriend's cheating on me, I can't smell. Or like if my house is on fire, I won't be able to tell till like the flames are like all the way up here. Like I can't smell.
Wait, so what are the precautions you take to supplement the fact you can't smell? You need to
Um,
set up some cameras. I did not know this.
I mean, like I said, like I've gone through it
You
my
know,
whole life, so I'm kind of used to it. So like I
oh,
double check things. Like I'll double check if my
Lizvet
straighter's
has no
plugged
sense of
in. I'll make
smell.
sure that the stove is all the way turned off.
I'm
Most
sorry, I'm
stuff.
sharing with my girlfriend the
No, you're fine. You're fine.
revelation. She has no sense of smell since her birth. She can't smell anything. Yeah, so she's like, if my house is on fire, I would find out if the flames are like on the roof. She can't smell anything.
Oh my god, I'm a It's like very rare. So
She
like for
said it's.
example, if I'll go pick up like cinnamon sticks like from Auntie Anne's at the mall, right? I'll
She
go
said
pick
if she
them up.
picks up cinnamon sticks from Auntie Anne's.
I'll go pick it up, right? I can't smell it. Let's just say I'll put my face in
Oh
the
my
bag
god, you just broke my heart. You can't smell Auntie Anne's.
and I can smell like I can smell something, but
Oh,
I
you smell
can't tell
something.
you. I can't tell you what it smells like because I can't compare smells because I don't know what anything smells like.
Oh,
So like I can't
damn.
be like, oh, this smells good. This smells bad. I can feel it. Sometimes I can feel like I went over this guy's house and I was like, holy shit. I know it smelled bad in here. Like I was in
Yeah.
his sheets and I was like, oh, I could just feel how dirty his sheets are. I can't smell them.
When a motherfucker's bed is dirty, you got to leave.
I didn't leave. That's the thing. I'm so mad. I waited till the morning, but I should have known. But like, I couldn't smell. But if I could have smelled, I would have known that the Febreze. He probably sprayed Febreze before I came over.
Yeah, it probably
And I
smelled like
knew that
trash
shit
and
smelled.
Febreze.
Just from like sitting on his bed and like all that shit. I'm like, yo, this don't must. I can feel the must. You know, I
Yeah.
can feel the mustiness, but I can't smell it. I can't smell.
Damn. Well. Okay, I learned something new about you today.
It's cool. It's fine. I'm used to it. I've lived with it my whole life.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna make you uncomfortable about it. I just had no idea you couldn't smell. Was that it? Was that the last question?
I don't own any perfume. Like I don't own perfume or anything like that. Cause what's the point? Like,
Wait, so you don't put some on you just cut like to smell good or?
No, but from what I've been told, I smell good. Guys are always smelling me, so I think I smell good.
Oh, okay.
I don't own perfume. I think the only thing that has like scent is like my body wash.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't own any perfume. Like I don't own body sprays. I don't know any of that because I can't smell. What's the point? You know?
Yeah, that is true.
And if I buy candles, I have to call my sister and be like, "Do you think this smells good?" Like I don't fucking know. Tell me. I don't know.
That's
I don't
interesting.
know what anything smells like.
Was that it? Was that the last question? We did vaccine.
The vaccine and
Wait, where did she go? What just happened? She got up and I was like, "Is that the last question?" She goes, "The vaccine," and then walked away. Everybody who's in chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, my chat is lit the fuck up. It's just, I'm scrolling through it right now. You guys are awesome. Victor, Frank, Peter, High Power. Hey, I can't go more higher. Sorry if I don't see your name. It's not letting me scroll up on my chat. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys.
I know they want to see my plants.
You can show them your plants.
They're going to see my plants. It's pink.
She has a pink and green plant. And
what
it's
are people
real.
saying?
Oh, what happened? Where'd you go?
Had to go pee.
Huh?
Had to go pee.
Oh, okay.
This beer.
Hold on, Mike. Okay, this is another one. How did you guys meet? If that wasn't asked already. Wait, how did we meet?
I think through your sister.
Through my sister?
I think so, through Genesis, because I was skipping school with Genesis.
Oh, and then you came over to do some extracurricular activities.
Great kid that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's another one.
Oh, what are those called?
What are these called?
I don't know. It says on the side somewhere.
She wants to know.
Right there.
It's called Aglonema Siam 6. I'll put it up so you can take a picture.
Okay, cool.
Aglonema Siam 6, and it's like, it's got like the beet pink purple
that's why
color.
I like those because I've seen those, but I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
I know they wanted to see it. Okay, I'm done. I wanted people to see it.
She's so about her plants. When was the last time I saw you physically?
Probably Osborne days.
Really?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Was it? I think so. Like, I don't have any vivid memories.
I take offense to that.
Do you?
Yes.
What?
It was at a party.
Really? Was I
Yeah.
sober?
It was when I huh?
Was I sober? Because it doesn't count if I wasn't
Well, we
sober.
both weren't sober. This is like 2013, I think.
At a party?
Yeah, it was when I moved back to Manassas by myself.
Whose party?
I don't remember. I don't remember half the shit I did back then. I just know you were definitely there, and so was what's her face? Who's that girl you hang out with?
Jocelyn?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so. I don't know. You were with some other skinny bitch.
She looks white?
Yeah, she was light skinned. No, it wasn't Jocelyn. No, because I didn't see Jocelyn at parties like that back then. It wasn't Jocelyn. You were with a girl. You were definitely with a girl. Like you had your like what do you call not a side bitch. What the hell is it called? Like your backup. Like your entourage. Like you had someone
Not
to,
true.
you know, in case people got fucking, you know, creepy and shit. You know, you always bring the girlfriend to the party.
My
Huh?
friends. My friends.
Yeah. I don't know if she was your friend, so I didn't know if I should call her friend or not. But you were there with somebody. I was there. That was like the last time I seen you. That was like what year? We're in 2021. This was like 2012. So how many years is that? It's been 9 years since I physically seen you. I might not even be talking to you right now. This might be an android. This might be a clone.
You know that it could be that, but it's not.
If this is the real Lizvet, did you ever at one point try to have poofy curly hair?
What? That's me.
What do you mean that's you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your natural hair?
Poofy curly hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it.
How would I know? You always straighten your hair.
I know.
Okay, so that's the real Lizvet then.
I'm trying to get it back, but it's hard, bro. It's hard.
Why is it hard?
Once our braces are gone, I'll probably start doing curly hair more.
What does the braces have? What do the braces have anything to do with the curly hair?
Curly hair gives me like, it makes me look like 2-3 years younger. So do braces. So when I have braces and curly hair, I look like I'm a sophomore in high school, and that's cool and all.
That's good.
but,
You'll
like,
stop.
I'm trying to get married.
You'll stop
married
having
soon.
niggas hitting on you. Isn't that what you
Huh?
want? Isn't that the dream of all women to have? Stop having a bunch of men hit on you.
No, I love it.
Oh, you do.
I like walking down the street and somebody fucking trying to kidnap me. That's how I know I'm hot.
Shut the fuck up. She said, "I love walking down the street and having the feeling that someone's gonna kidnap me. That's how I know I'm hot."
Nah,
Unstable. All right, I'm gonna drag this out.
I can admit that when I get old, I'm gonna miss getting hit on. So
You'll still get hit on when you're old. I know older women that are. Yeah. What you mean? There's men. There's.
It probably won't be genuine. They're probably just trying to get.
There's a guilt. There is a gilf category for a reason, Lizvet. Some men genuinely like to fuck grandmas.
I mean, I look at old people.
You'll be married though. Maybe. I don't know. What'd you say?
Get married. Yes, I'm trying to get married soon. If anybody, sorry.
Shut the fuck
you
up.
know, I'm
Get
trying to
away
get
from the camera.
married.
She got up so close. She's like, I'm trying to get married. So if anybody,
Oh.
oh,
I'm dead ass. I'm trying to get married.
You're crazy.
Just a little bit.
Lizvet's legitimately unhinged. I loved it. I love it because I love that. I feel more comfortable talking to her because I'm like, oh, she's a little unhinged.
Not too much. I can't smell, but that's it.
She's a little crazy. All right, I'm not gonna drag this on.
All right.
We did the questions that we did. I would love to have you on again because that was like probably the most fluent conversation I've had on a podcast. You have to wear the wig next time. Yeah, chat.
Right here. I'll do it next time.
Yeah, save it for next time. Yeah, chat. She held out on us. She has a wig. She could have wore the whole time. I was praying the whole time. She's like, put it on, put it on.
Cute color. Look.
Is that a cute color? Is that a cute color?
It's like a green.
Yeah, it's like a greenish.
Like
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a pearl green, like a dark pearl green.
Yeah, I definitely want to do this one next time.
Like turquoise green, like pearl. And then do something crazy to your face. Do like big green eyeshadow or something.
Let's do some crazy shit next time.
Let's do it. I'll tell my girlfriend to like make me up.
To the next joint.
Let's do it. You can do something to my face, she says. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Can you get that light? It's making me look like a 5 head. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome to Tokyo, Japan. Hope to get at you guys next time. Yeah. See you
I had
later.
so much
I was
fun.
suck.
Thank you. I had so much fun. Thank you. Like seriously, thank you so much for telling me to come on. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that you came on. I was like hoping. I was like, please. I hope she doesn't fake because I know if she comes on, it's gonna be a great like bridge over of two
A good
different.
little, yeah.
We have two completely different crowds. Like you know that. So I
Yeah,
knew if we
yeah,
came
for
together, this helps bridge the gap. This helps bridge the gap between my people and your crowd and your people and my crowd, because when we have conversations like this, it's like at the end of the day we're just human. These concepts of who we are as people are fake. I'm normal, bruh. Like the wig don't make me, or the glasses or the painted nails or like the conspiracy theories, that doesn't make me who I am. Like I'm just a dude who's really into finding out the truth. Sometimes it's a weird truth, but and then Lizvet, like whatever like preconceptions or bullshit, whatever idea you had made up in your mind about her, you got to listen to her for 2 hours and 5 minutes and find out that that's not at all who she is. She's a regular, she's a regular,
We all fucking
nice,
with it.
she's a regular, nice human being who holds great conversation. And yeah, it was a good fucking time. So
Yeah, I had fun. I had
I'm
a lot
glad
of
you
fun.
came
I want to
on.
come back on again for sure.
We'll
I
definitely
like
arrange
smoke the
that.
fuck out of it. Yeah.
You guys have a great day. Liz,
Thank
you have a
you.
great day because it's going to end at the same
You guys
time.
have a great day too.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time.
All right.